Hello, hello. Hold on, let me make sure audio's good. Yep. We are back at it again.
You'll also find the Vern store, a movie theater, boutiques, and other various shops to peruse.
Happy Friday, happy Saturday. We're back at it again with some trails through Daybreak II.
Drop by the Vern store if you want to check out the hottest new commodity, the T-phone.
These intercoms be mad.
It's a cutting-edge piece of orbital technology that's lighting Calvard on fire. You won't want to miss it.
We're gonna hide ourselves inside a store.
This is the wrong way.
Are they ever gonna have us go in there? Now I want to go in there. But anyways, we are back. We are back. We are Daybreak 2 maxing. I ran through the garden, put some of those new quartz that we grabbed.
Welcome to the Trion Mall.
Made myself a big ol' thing of coffee. Got myself like a little iced coffee thing going on.
The Vern store, a movie theater, boutiques,
so we're locked in. We're ready to do some serious housekeeping because we still have. I think I went straight from Station Street all the way to Trion Tower. So we never even checked out like Satan, Blacklight, everything leading up. Hitayo. I'm a still Blue Archive character, she sure is.
Let's do this.
Her winter outfit is crazy.
I wonder what's going on with that plan.
Anyways, happy Friday. Hope you're having a good one.
Wow.
You know how it is. We're cleaning up Edith one day at a time. Probably just gonna like check in on a lot of people before we really like dial in and focus on the main story here. It's kind of like a continuation of last night for to me, since we didn't have that like daybreak. Daybreak mention? We didn't have that like day break in between the games. So it feels kind of like I just didn't stop playing. Asked to help out with the Aramis Academy Festival. Leave it to Sasha to get me to join. Sasha told me if they could beat me in a game, I'd have to join, and we tried. Why don't you two stop by once in a while when we have it all set up? Yeah, it's all like school festival talk. They are preparing. I'm gonna cheer the heck out of Simon. I want to cheer for Kirk too. Do I have to beat this man again? I wouldn't exactly say Sasha and I are tight. Basketball together, but we play basketball together every now and then. Word to the wise, never look down on high school basketball teams. That girl's got some mad skills. You know, I kind of miss when I used to play basketball more often. Finally returned to one of the games you couldn't continue playing, sort of Convaleria. I don't know if I've heard of that one. Sounds kind of cool though. And I see you just launched it too. Okay, we still don't have a difficulty higher than normal, but we're gonna run it down.
Okay, let's begin.
That went well.
Now, what kind of game is sort of Convaleria?
Unfortunate.
Sounds kind of cool.
And in it goes. Unfortunate. No. No. No.
Oh, he kind of schmoovin'. Why is he doing all this extra shit?
No.
Nice move.
No. I think not. No.
It's a tactic style god. Oh, you know what? I think I've heard of it.
I'm truly ashamed. Unfortunate.
I feel like I remember maybe Eli talking about it one time.
That went well. I'm truly ashamed.
Yeah, you've been kind of been on a
Nice move.
let me rephrase my words. You've kind of been on a little bit of a gotcha grind, huh?
Nice.
I think I saw a little while ago you were playing like GFL 2 also.
Nice moves. Nice moves.
I believe that
We have
game,
fallen
set,
off.
and match.
Okay, yeah, still nothing from the basketball.
Wow. Those guys are so cool.
Gonna eat something?
So, this is the rumored soba stall, huh? I never really expected to find traditional Far Eastern food in Edith. Guess the city really does have everything. Yeah, setting aside some places in Longport, food like this is pretty rare in the Republic. It tastes really good, though. The stall's got loads of fans. Excuse me, young lady, but you wouldn't happen to be from the Far East, would you? I'm not so sure I'll be able to satisfy someone who knows the more authentic flavors, but I'll do my best to make sure make the most quality soba that I can. Well, it looks amazing to me. There's no need to be so humble. Now that I think about it, fate must have brought me here. Alright, I'll try some for myself. Okay, we have to buy.
Welcome.
I'm reminded of how I don't fully understand the game mechanics. Yeah!
Don't be
I mean,
a
the
stranger.
tutorial was actually pretty good in GFL 2, I think. Hearing praise from someone from the Far East means a lot. I'll do my best to make sure I'm worthy of those words.
Very well.
Any she's in a moment we will be voicing.
Oh, I'm so in love with this
Welcome to
place.
Erland, sir.
Yeah, at this point, if I wanted to get back into GFL 2, though, I'd be so behind, I imagine. Because I didn't even roll for, no, I think I actually did roll for Click A. But after Click A, we didn't really, like, play much of the game anymore. I've been on such a, like, what's the way to put it? Like a gacha sabbatical? Is that something you could say about it? I haven't played, like, a gacha game in months. In preparation for me to, like, full send it a Numa Musume next month. And then we shan't get burned out. Seems the story's doing well. Got you something while I was on Dijon? Dijon? This is the lady who came from Orid, right? Is Dijon like a city in Orid? Sounds like you've been pretty busy these days flying place to place. Burnt out from Last Defense Academy. Oh, I'd imagine if you're running it down. I heard some good news about it though. Didn't they mention something about like it potentially getting like DLC or something like that? Love to see post-release support. It's a bit difficult to keep pace with at times, but they're an interesting person, actually holding a fashion show soon. Stop by when you can. I'd like to drop by and say hello on occasion. We're in the same industry after all.
Oh, please take as much time as you need.
Okay.
I hope to see you again.
Yeah, I'm mostly partway through Fall of Avalon now, I think. I've probably put in, I don't know, maybe like, I'm probably getting close to like 20-ish or so hours now. We're like maybe most of the way through Act 2. That's kind of been my game off stream. Just read it. DLC will add more endings. Okay, so was 100 endings? Okay, yeah, there are. Oh, geez. Okay, so tell me, is it the type of game where like you have like Nier Automata type endings where like, sure, you've done like 20, but like maybe like 17 of those have been like joke endings, or are they like fully fleshed out ass like? Because fully fleshed out 100 sounds nasty. So glad Carol came to visit. It seems they've made more pretty nostalgic. We've been receiving a lot more requests for consultations from our clients. They're apprehensive over a possible market decline. I don't think I have much to worry about, seeing the Republic has seen significant economic growth. Allowing investments to falter because of fear of what the end of reparations will bring would only lead to a sluggish economy. I would set off a domino effect for our clients. Yeah, fleshed out turning routes, 20 routes with each route having 3 to 6 endings. Bad ends are just incomplete ends. Okay. I mean, even that sounds like a lot. But I could understand that. more important to see things at a different perspective. Yesterday I drew Trion Tower from an up-close perspective. There are some things you can't just portray with an overall view, such as an ungraspable essence. That's the tower's true appeal. She is on that Trion Tower grind set. Some members of the terrorist group were apprehended. They will protect the civilians. Feel free to contact us. Z1. Oh, so the Z1 and the Symposium are happening on the exact same day. So we'll have like Maxim doing his thing and what's her name? The professor? She'll be doing her thing too. Yeah, allocate a few people to investigate the remnants of the terrorist organization. Yeah, it'll be hell.
I'm sure the police will be able to help.
Yeah, what was the name of the professor again? I'm kind of blanking because it wasn't Epstein. Was it? Because Epstein was like the one that adopted Catra. Yeah, that's why I'm playing Tinkerland now, to shut down my brain. Tinkerland. Next month will be 1 whole year since I joined the police force. I think it started with like an H. Hamilton, thank you. Caused a lot of trouble in the beginning because I didn't know what I was doing, but nowadays I've been getting more chances to help everyday citizens. Okay. Yeah, it is a very unfortunate name. Back in Azure, I think the first time they really, well, I mean, they've been doing it a lot, but it was kind of funny. I seem to remember one screen where like they're in the meeting room and like they're like, oh yeah, we got to investigate something or whatever, and then like the big TV turns on and it's just like a big old like Epstein. But yeah, I mean, that's why they pronounce it that way in the localization, I imagine. Oh, actually, no. I don't know if you could... it works the same way either way, I think. As I move into my second year, I only hope to continue helping the people of the city. Maybe we'll get a new round of rookies. These two. Nate the fuckboy and Daswani. Ardate. Heard you managed to get a conviction for that case. Good work, Nate. Yeah, I did. Had to go through hell for it, though. I still can't believe the culprit was the vendor all along. He even ended up placing a listening device under the victim's desk. Oh, and I want to hear something crazy? One of the girls he stalked was actually an ex-girlfriend of mine. You must be pretty glad you caught the guy then. I mean, yeah, but she never even told me what happened. Don't you think that's something you should tell your cop boyfriend? Maybe I just didn't pay enough attention to her. You think that's what made her break up with me? Of course it is, Nate. You're criminally bad at paying attention to your girlfriend. It sounds like you've been putting a lot of thought into this. Well, I'm just about finished wrapping up with some incidents that happened at Z1. If you want, we can talk over what's been bothering you. Maybe you could even try getting in contact with her. If you focus on it any longer, it'll probably start distracting you from work. You're right. Maybe she had a reason for not telling me. Just as the investigation was ending too, now I've got even more stuff to worry about. Well, even if the inspector says I should, guess I'll contact her. Most of the incidents that have happened in Edith recently have been rather small in scale. However, the perpetrator and the serial killer investigation is still at large. That means we have to remain vigilant. And that's why I'd like Nate to clean up any lingering affairs he could get caught up in. He needs to focus. I look at the hotel and see like a billion dots.
I wonder what's going on with that plan.
Finally today, I always like merge my words together. Finally the day of the big Z1 race, it's all I could think about last night. I've been thinking about giving Aslan and the Ingrid crew my support. Are there other sports in Zemuria that people are like really into?
I understand why you might.
Because it does kind of feel like this is the first game where we have like a sport. that's like very popular. And that being like Z1 racing, like racing in general. But like, I don't know if there's ever been any like real emphasis on like other like big sports teams. Like I know in Cold Steel there was like a little bit of tennis. Or was it badminton? I don't quite remember. I think it was tennis. Because it was like Yuna and like, I think it was like Elisa. They both did like tennis and were part of like the tennis team. I guess there was horse racing too with like Eustace and Gaius and stuff. Well, Gaius was in the arts club. But yeah, nothing on like the big scale, I think. Certainly a surprise. I wasn't expecting to deal with your Russian trust bank to go well. I'll wait here for the mobile business representative. You can return without me. Concerned with your plans, you may be too far removed from reality. She's a little delulu. Can't deny that you've changed for the better, but you're still just as reckless as before. We have a fighting chance for once. Why don't we make use of the few improvements before anything else? Oh. Even my assistants telling me the same thing Polanski said. Guess I've got proof. I've got a way to go. Can admit that the president's changed both their mind and policies, but the fact remains, company has a lot of issues. I'll do my best to point out what needs fixing. Makes sense that they'd be getting a lot of VIP guests in the midst of like the Z1 and the symposium. Prince Sherrod, Princess Zeta. Yep. Are they just like hanging around in the hotel somewhere? With recent movements made by the anti-immigration terrorists, we're on high alert to ensure guest safety, especially Professor Hamilton's arrival. Okay.
Okay.
And then another set in Orion spotting. Forgive me if I'm remembering correctly, but you were formerly a member of the Cross-Bellion Diet, Senator Ryan. I believe I heard you were part of their military attaché as well. That's right. At first, I was only stationed there as a servant to the Republic. But as it happens, I ended up starting a family in Crossbell. It began to feel like my second home. So I decided to become a councilman. The reality of the job was far different than what I had imagined, however. I never thought I'd want to hold office again upon returning to the Republic. Do we know him? Same hair color? Is he related to Ellie? Well, you certainly gained a fair number of supporters here. You were even recommended for participation in the upcoming political debates. Yeah, because I think I remember something about like Ellie and like her grandfather, like, and like her dad had like problems or something and had to like move away. Yeah, well, you certainly gained a fair number of supporters here. You were even recommended for participation in the upcoming political debates. Would you say your past experience has helped you carve a better path as a senator? Oh, it is her dad. Crazy. Small world. I believe so. The mistakes I made in my previous positions hold as tales of caution for this one. At my current position as senator, I've been making it a point to keep my proposals not only realistic, but also beneficial to the Republic. I believe a lack of focus on reality is what led to my downfall in Crossbell. Is that so? Then it sounds like you've learned much indeed. Now let's move on to our next question. My experience in Crossbow gave me the opportunity to truly consider what it means to be a country. I believe I'll have the chance to do the same with my role in the Republic as well.
Very well.
Senator Ryan will be participating in the debate tomorrow. I was just asking him about his experience and ideology. He's been one of the more high-profile members of Parliament lately. Many are curious about not only his policies, but his character as well. What kind of experiences have led him to his current beliefs and principles? Hopefully this article will give the public a better understanding of the man. When will we see Ellie again? We need Ellie in the Daybreak engine too. We need so many characters in the Daybreak engine.
Good grief.
Give me Sarah. Give me Shara. Oh, we're gonna have Shara, huh? Because the Trails remake. The Sky remake. I mean, kind of. It's a little more stylized than Daybreak, I think, but... Peak.
very good care of it.
I appreciate it. My, how thoughtful.
Oh, hey. Yo, wait, the achievement is called Gifts Maxing? I love it. Oh. Arts damage by 50% is insane. But the delay is 1.5 times longer. We're already kind of doing like the nuke build with
I'll
Catra.
gladly take the reins. That's a single element slot.
Maybe I also throw this on here.
Well, a new shard skill. That's a single element slot.
What does this give us? 6-4?
That's a single element slot. Skills up. That's a single element slot.
No, we don't need Hidden Vein. We don't need more
Skills
Sepith.
updated. I suggest you take a look.
It's a good find though. Want to do some damage number testing. If we just like pump a bunch of arts damage into Catra with like a 2.5 times damage and then hit like hit that Time Mirage art that we have,
I'll check out the arena.
which practically became our like Galleon fort. What kind of numbers we thinking? Apparently something happened in the Kingdom sector yesterday. They found gang members with most of the bones in their body broke. Oh, okay. Yeah. For some reason I read that as like taken and I was like, yo, someone's out here taking the bones from people? That's nuts. It's incredibly suspicious if you ask me. I just hope it doesn't start affecting my business. Usually only invalids and junkies in the Condemned sector. That's why this is so suspicious. Heard the whole Hayway situation's come to a close, but there's been reports of them meeting in the Condemned sector. Oh, it's the weapon shop. Hey, it's been a while. Oh yeah, she was here in Daybreak 1 and they talked, didn't they? And then this guy like forged a new sword for Shizuna. You're that girl. Have you been well? You two know each other? That's the same reaction he had to me. They met last time she was in the capital. He helped fix the sheath on my blade. It's actually held up pretty well so far. Yeah, new sheath. Right. The one made out of like bits of Reen sword, right? Or something like that. Is that so? I'm glad to hear it. Please take a look around, and would you care for some high quality clove oil? That might just be what my blade needs. He's got a whole bunch of sword products lined up, awfully convenient. His business must be doing well. I hope that when we get to Kai, and like, of course I've already been spoiled on it because like we watched the trailers, but like, I hope that when we get to it, Reen's like, hey, is that bits of my old Tachi in your sheath, dude? Like, what the fuck? And then like, it's like on site. Inventory hasn't been moving as quickly as I'd like lately. How unfortunate. Things have been more peaceful these days. Army made changes to their equipment policies, which resulted in them releasing some of their old weapons to the public. Okay. Got a good number of warehouses in the Republic, but actually transporting my product to them can be difficult. Why is inventory management such a headache?
I have some good books on sale.
Spring is here. That means I'm a year older, and a year closer to the expiration of the statute of limitations. The thought is so relieving. I can't believe it's been 2 years since I stabbed my ex-boyfriend. I'm almost there. All I need to do is wait out these next 6 months and I'll be good to go. Oh, I hope the time passes quickly. I always thought there was like, there wasn't a statute of limitations for murder. Hold on. The injury I caused wasn't too serious, so I believe the statute of limitations should only be 3 years. Okay, it wasn't murder, it was an injury. It was assault. Yeah. Once I'm free, I'm going to head to the surface and go cafe hopping. Just 6 months left, only half a year. It'll be difficult, but I'll do my best.
Whoa, what you like.
God, that would fuck me up so hard. If I were like, say, the ex-boyfriend who got stabbed many years after the fact
Please
with
stop by
like
again sometime.
nothing found. She went missing, and after the statute of limitations like ended and nothing could be done about it, she just like appears again. I'd be looking around every corner. This road seems to lead to the outside, but the door's locked tight.
Wanna rest here?
Mommy said she's gonna let me go to school from now on. There must be loads of kids my age up top. Can't wait to meet them all. Met a bunch of big kids last time I went to the surface. They told me there's supposed to be a big school festival soon. I fear that the festival will be very tragic.
And now, we bring you the weather. How's it
Hey,
looking
what are you
for
doing,
us?
man?
Here are the latest forecasts for regions throughout the Republic. Edith is in for unfavorably snowy conditions today.
You need to stop going through the trash can.
That being said, the weather is expected to pick up by evening.
Come over here.
Starting tomorrow, we should experience a rise in temperature, with certain
All right.
areas of the South seeing cloves blooming as
Come on,
early as
Gabriella. Don't
next
you think you're
weekend.
being a little too
Thanks for
overprotective?
the update. Now, how about some more music?
Sure, an escort to the cathedral's fine, but you have to watch me while I work too. Hey, you can never be too prepared for an attack, okay? You're so paranoid. Well, whatever. Why don't I watch the store while you go pick up Yoda? By the way, you need to start letting him walk to Sunday school by himself. How considerate. Is it really okay to leave you by yourself? Coffee time. We're taking a sip. The ice hasn't gotten to the bottom yet.
Here we are with the latest in traffic.
That was more than a sip.
These are the most recent reports on the
Damn,
road,
that's really good.
courtesy of the Calvard Roadway Information Center.
It has been so long
All
since I had
roads in
coffee.
Edith, including the expressway, have slowed
Ever
to
the
a
stalwart
crawl
warrior
due to
you are.
overcrowding caused by the Z1 Grand Prix. We'll keep you posted
Gabriella
on
said
the
she'd give me a little
situation
something
as we
for watching the bar
receive
for her.
further updates from transportation
But she
authorities.
always takes time out of her day to listen to me, to my complaining.
That's
I
all
figured
we
this
have
was
for
the least
now.
I could do for her, you know?
Now let's get back
Wait,
to
why
the
does it feel
music.
like I'm forgetting something? It's something I've been thinking about for a while now, but with all the shop stuff sorted, I decided to start sending Yoda to Sunday school. I'll be staying with him during class, though. I mean, you can see how cute he is, right? What if somebody tries to kidnap him?
Do me a favor and decide already. Come back whenever you like.
Is that radio playing like old Falcom music? I feel like it'd be weird to make new songs just to play in the background on the radio. Like that could be like an old Yeesh track or something, or like a what other games? Did they do like Zwei?
Waste of time.
Yeah, it's a mix of Falcom. Like the games I do know from Falcom, I think are like
Seems like
That-
a good fishing spot.
Trails,
How
Yeast,
well I'll perform.
Tokyo Xanadu. Gurman.
A hit! I'm happy to report I caught one.
Is that the fish I was missing?
I'm curious to see how well I'll perform.
We need not a carmine crab, not a pink azazel fish.
Okay. A hit! A rare species. That's quite a good find.
Let's try the deluxe.
There! A hit! This catch more than exceeded my expectations.
Oh, vitality droplet, nice. See Jack and Haley back at the blacklight. Glad you came. Heard you had a spot of trouble yesterday. Think you'd get into a fight with the princess, or to think you'd get in a fight with the princess. Yeah, I can't believe Ashin would try to do something like that. And Ikaruga had the same misunderstanding somehow. Something weird's going on for sure. Wait, why is the Divine Blade of Silver here? I'm Spriggan now. She's in the smile, we love it. No, she's not. She's just here to lend us a hand. And a skilled hand at the, that'll be. Anyways, I think it's pretty clear that something's happening behind the scenes here. I'm at a bit of a loss on where to start gathering info, though. But I'm sure you all have a lead, right? I wouldn't call it a lead, exactly.
He must be talking about what we learned about the Crimson Corrosion.
Sorry, but there's not actually much we can explain right now. We'll have to do a bit more digging. You think you can keep us informed of anything new in the meantime?
Of course. Still, it kinda sucks that we can't figure out what's going on. I mean, we're information brokers, for goodness sake.
I know the feeling, Haley. But something's telling me this whole ordeal might be a bit more than we bargained for. Anyways, we'll let you know if there's anything unusual on our end. Just keep in touch, alright?
We will. Thank you very much.
Oh, Haroon.
Care to have some fun before you go? Just don't get too naughty.
What? Given what happened on Nemeth Island, guess it's not too surprising the Oathbreaker's involved. Haven't actually heard anything about the Society making any moves, though. Maybe I need to cast a wider net. Anyways, I'll let you know if I find anything, alright?
Both Ashen and the Ikaruga have a misunderstanding of the situation, or I suppose had an awareness different from reality. Either way, it was all an illusion. Got a feeling some other powers to be at play here. But all we really have are guesses at this point. That's fine. I'll just use my info networks to find the answer.
Nadia? No, it's Maroon. Nadia is missing. We decided to open the betting parlor for today's final Z1 race. If you're interested, most people go for Atois. Okay.
Indeed.
They should let us bet. They should let us gamble.
Can I help you? Come again.
I miss when I could sit down in trails and play blackjack. But I'm sure that wouldn't sit well with like the ESRB. What do you say to having a girl that's a little more inexperienced? Do you think it could be don't you think it could be a nice to warm her up a little? Her voice will sound all the sweeter. How about it? Now that we have new talent and need to start getting more customers in the door, the customers got a lot of hidden kinks, so it'll be just right for Eden. Maybe I can set him up with Lizzie. Good idea, I'll even introduce them myself.
Hey, big boy. Wanna have a little fun?
Tracy brought back a good number of new girls yesterday. It's going to be a doozy training them all. And it might be even harder on the club, at least until they learn to hustle customers themselves. But I can tell they're down on their luck. The least I can do is give them a place to earn a living. Very Yakuza 7. Very like a dragon.
Come on over and say hello.
Why is it so chill today? Oh well, I'll warm up in no time as long as I hustle. And say, why don't we have a drink or two to really get the blood flowing?
I made these. See you later, cutie.
Mary Majima, in a way.
Hell yeah.
So I'll do a counter there, then rush him with my elbow. Ugh, this is useless. I just can't see myself beating the bastard. I need to be stronger, much stronger. Who's fighting? Some random Jaeger and like an archaism? It's Joe Browning. You gotta enter the knockout tournament, man. Yeah, we've been looking forward to it. I'm not joining. I've got other things to take care of, okay? Manly things. Specifying manly things is weird, but go off. Wait, oh, what's Alvis down here? Why is Alvis down here by himself?
Alvis, what are you doing here?
Elaine, nothing in particular. Can't keep depending on everyone else, and I can't allow myself to tarnish the B rank name.
It looks like something's bothering him.
Wonder what mess he's in this time. Or maybe he's still caught up in his feelings for a certain someone lately.
Well, whatever it is, I have high hopes that for Alvis. I wish him the best. Right. Doesn't seem like he'll be getting over it anytime soon.
That's his request. Should have known better. I mean, I almost put the client and Regina in danger. Maybe I shouldn't have been promoted in the first place.
He's in his head. Get him out of there.
I bet the farm on you!
Shit.
Looking like I won't have any patience today. I'll maybe head out for a drink and clean a little.
Doesn't she have like tablets?
What's up? Need some meds?
Tempting, but I think we bought a lot of food that does more. We're mostly buying these things for the stats more so than the health back.
You take the recommended dosage.
So the tablets are pretty whatever. Okay. I think that's everything in the black light. Next up is Treon? Well, maybe we should do Center Marsh because it's not the main story.
I guess we're off.
It'll be weird to like go back to Treon and
Hey there. How's business treating you?
just like skip
Why
one
don't
thing.
we see?
According to recent intel, a dangerous monster, the 100-eyed Jerome, has been sighted in the Center Marsh's old sewer system. We love a bounty. I'm on my way. You know we love murder. Telling you it's true. Had this huge shadow too. I mean, it's humongous. Sounds like it could be a legendary catch. If you're not lying, that is. I mean, come on. Do you really think it'd be that easy for you just to stumble upon? Oh, wait a second. I forgot about that. All the other Trails games that had fishing, which was pretty much every one before Daybreak, right? All had like a really big catch at the end of the game that gave you like a crazy quartz. Is this game gonna do the same? Like, are we gonna have like a Lord of the Lake type thing in Daybreak 2? We'll have to keep our eye out. Hey, why wouldn't I be? I'm pretty skilled at this, you know. Well, if it's the real deal, then you hit the jackpot. But unless you've got some hard proof, which you don't, we're gonna have to table this for now. Ditto to that. Anyways, let's head over to our usual spot in Riverside once Shannon's done with work. Sounds like a plan. I'm sure my shift will be over before we know it. Hey, wait, least you could do is give me a benefit of a doubt. Oh, hey, you guys. Sorry, we're kind of caught up in our own world for a second there. Here, why don't I give you the usual? More dumplings? Ah, fishing bait. That's fine. Thanks, we'll use them wisely. Oh yeah, I heard we got some snowfall in town. Crazy, huh? The river's probably colder than normal, too. Wonder if that'll affect the fish we can find in it. That's one of the joys of this sport. It changes side by side with the seasons.
Indeed.
Well, no way around it. I'll just have to bring them where I saw the massive shadow. They'll understand what the fuss is all about after spotting it for themselves. If what Kyle saw really was a legendary catch, I'd be hooked. But what are the chances of that? Anyways, we're gonna head to our usual fishing hole to do our life's calling after my shift. I'll be able to work extra hard now that I've got something to look forward to. We will be catching that 5 streams from now. Oh. Oh, Shannon came into work a shift at our store today. Now I can go ahead and fish my afternoon away. Is there actually fish in here?
I'm curious to see how well I'll perform.
Bro cast the line on nothing. Isn't that little gray cat the same one from the old town? Kinda sounds like she's got the blues. What could be upsetting her, I wonder? She did seem to be hunting around for something yesterday. Yeah, it could be that the search brought her all the way here. Aw, I think somebody's upset her gift got turned down. Or his gift got turned down. Kinda makes you feel for the little guy. Romeo and Juliet cat version. When I was talking to them, I just got reminded when Arceolus was like Kitty NTR. There are 2 wolves inside us. Yeah, we can do this.
Shining flower. Give us your blessing.
A fool's errand.
Van will simply not get hit.
Got the number.
Here's my chance.
Might want a boost here.
Get ready.
The free casts kind of got me wanting to do Crystal Eden, but
Full boost.
we get more out of Cataract.
One steal coming right up.
Going all in.
Exploit its weakness with fun. Activating drive.
Full boost. Go all out right now. Keep it up. Get it go.
Here's my chance.
Full boost. Hit them where it
Make it
hurts.
count.
Going all in.
Go. One steal coming right up.
Got the number. There.
Mr. Deletion.
Activating skill.
Okay, 48k.
Go.
Full boost. Initiating drive. One steal coming right up.
We are feeling a little bit of that arts delay though.
Full boost.
I can't lie, because he got moved down so far.
Well done, everyone.
Okay, I think I have like 8 of
Rewards
those.
deposited.
Okay.
Let's roll, gang.
Hey there. How's business treating you?
How's Tabitha? Vegetables I wholesale to remain have been hit with customers so far. Owe it all to him for promoting our produce just the right way. That's some of the jokes I remembered. Of course, we wouldn't forget. Lashko told me he wanted time to go around and apologize to everyone he caused trouble for. I'm shortening his shifts for a while to account for that. He said he was headed for the Septian Temple today. That boy's a conscientious one, when it comes down to it. Conscientious?
Oh, what can I do? Drop by again sometime, yeah?
Next.
Fresh produce, straight from the farm.
Take a look at my wares.
The only way I'm gonna survive in this industry is by upping my brand value. Publicity and sales are important, sure, but little stunts won't change the big picture here. What I need to do is come up with a one-of-a-kind signature design that nobody else can make.
Anything strike your fancy?
Special Stregas? Perfect for a kid on the go. Who is the kid on the go? Yume?
Thanks.
Of course we're gifting a pair of shoes to
Opening
Yume.
planner. Thanks a bunch, Van.
That's Edith's daughter right there.
This is kind of fun.
Word is that Heiue's newest family is officially up and running. The Center Marsh will probably feel the effects of that to some degree via Longport's commercial flow. I have to keep a watchful eye on how things develop. Idol Girl? Hello, Lalua. We heard you're having a live concert tomorrow. Yep, that's right. It'll be over at the venue in Riverside. Make sure to tell all your customers about it. Well, we'll certainly do our best. I'll go tell a few of my friends right now. Great, thank you so much. If there's ever anything you need, please don't hesitate to ask. Whether it's cleaning or carrying heavy boxes, I do just about anything for you guys. Ah, you're still as thoughtful as ever, aren't you? I appreciate the offer, Lalua. I'll let you know if anything comes up. You know, it's gotta be fun to be on, like, the team writing out all these, like, NPCs and stuff. Like, you probably just have, like, a flow chart of, like, what every NPC in the game is doing at, like, the certain point in the game. And just, like, work towards a conclusion from, like, the start of the game to the end. It's just, like, little stories that are just happening, like, side by side, which I really love about the series. This place always brightens up right when Lula comes by. I'll go say hello to her in a bit.
Oh, hello. Welcome. You're welcome back anytime.
Oh, yeah. We took you around here once before, didn't we? Huh? Where'd the Divine Blade go?
Oh, sorry. I spotted these delicious-looking apples and just thought I'd help myself.
Did you pay for them?
She ate all those in the blink of an eye.
Okay. The cooking family. Kane plans to cook dinner for us tonight. He even insisted on shopping for the ingredients himself. As tempting as it is to throw my Tumira in, I'll just keep quiet and watch from the side. Let's see, checking a fish's eyes is supposed to tell you how fresh it is. But how do I know if it's good or bad again? I've never known that, but that makes a lot of sense.
Very well.
Maybe, like, Do eyes get cloudier? They would get cloudier the longer you're dead. Is that like apply to fish too? Sayla. Welcome, would you care for some fresh fish? If you're wondering why I'm working a side gig, it's because the two things we need most on our path to idol stardom are Mira and stamina. Lulua's out doing part-time deliveries for the same reason. Natalie even signed on as our manager. With you, success story starts here. We've just got to keep up the momentum. Hello, how you doing? Happy Friday. Hope you're having a good one. We're running down Daybreak II, past couple of weeks. Cold weather like today calls for a nice toasty cocktail, wouldn't you say? For the casual drinker, I recommend adding a bit of hot water to dilute the alcohol content. It'll go down smoother that way. Huh. Really? I don't know. I don't know if I would want... I mean, putting ice in liquor does dilute it, so... It's like not really that much different than like adding hot water. But I don't know if I'd ever like get a shot of whiskey and like pour water in it. That just feels like sacrilegious. It's chillier than usual today. You want something to pair with it? I recommend getting an orange Caneel. Oh yeah, he got the oranges last session. Meshes perfectly with the tang from the orange zest. Thinking about it, I don't know if I've ever had orange in a cake. Like lemon, sure, but I've never had like an orange cake.
What can I get? Thanks for shopping.
So when I think we're in for warmer weather.
Really does
hot food just selling well, like hot cakes thanks to that. Starting to run out of certain ingredients. Okay.
It's so lively around here.
Check out what I have on my wares.
Speaking of food, I haven't done the food guesser today. I'm gonna do the food guesser real quick. You know we're addicted. Maybe I'll get another like Pizzagetti scenario, and I'll get to question parts of Canada. All right, let's see. What are we looking at today? Huh. Blueberries, water, sugar, cornstarch, lemon juice, and cinnamon. Every time I think of blueberries, I think I've mentioned I usually think like Northern European. So, potato starch or cornstarch? I mean, like, could this be like Sweden? Okay, see? Shooting from the hip, we're goated. How the hell do you pronounce that? Blabarsupa?
Blabbersoppa.
I feel like that's wrong. Okay, this... Cinnamon, vanilla, lemon and orange zest. I mean, it feels like a cheat, because this plate, that looks really good. It looks like a zestier churro. Spherical fritters, dough combines with flour, sugar, eggs, and milk. Fried to golden brown. Popular as a snack or dessert, they evoke a sense of warmth and nostalgia. This could be Latin American. Or like South American. Like, what if this is like Brazil? Dude, I am fucking on it today. Molino de Chuva?
Molinho de Chuba.
Rain fritters, rain cakes in English. The crazy part about these last two guesses, though, is like they're in no other country. It's like just this country is the correct one. Okay. Well, I'm totally gonna fumble this last guess. Flour, sugar, coconut milk, grated coconut, baking powder, nutmeg, cinnamon, ginger, lime zest. The lime is a big tell. And the raisins, for that matter. Nutmeg and allspice, homemade flavor. This is a tough one. I feel like the lime and the raisins are the big tell. Same with the coconut. Maybe this could be... Because the cakiness kind of feels... sort of European? But the raisins are throwing me off. Like, this could be... I'm really bad at guessing the countries that sit, like, past Germany. Like, the countries that are between, like, Germany and, like, Russia. And I feel like this could be one of those cases. Like, this could be, like, Hungarian or something. Oh, we were super off. Okay. Ice cold. Ice cold to the west of Hungary. Canada? Cool. It's south of Canada. Southeast. Could this be Cuban? Oh my gosh, we're not gonna get... Damn, we fumbled. Okay, south. It's lower than Cuba. It's kind of a blur here too. Because... like, if it's lower than Cuba, like, is Puerto Rico down there? How's my geography? All right, we're gonna defer to Google Maps real quick. Okay, Puerto Rico actually is not a bad guess, but it also feels kind of more south than it is east, which is leading me more to think this could be like Colombian, or maybe even like Guatemalan. We'll say, well, it can't be Guatemalan because it's pushing towards the east. So this is probably... oh, it could be like Venezuelan. We only have one more guess though. I'm gonna say Colombia. I got worse. Okay, so it's northwest. Northwest of Colombia. Fuck, it was probably Nicaragua. No, it's probably... Costa Rica? Damn. Wait, where is Jamaica on this map? I wasn't zoomed in enough to tell that Jamaica was there. I would have totally had it if I zoomed in a little bit more. That's so tragic. What did I say? We fumbled. We fumbled the final. But I mean, you know, going like 1 for 1 on the first two is pretty good, I think. Not too bad. We beat the average. We take those. Anyways, back to the game.
This light sprinkle of snow makes the center marsh look so stylish. It does seem the same to me when I'm looking around to push sales too. Or it does the same to me when I'm looking around pushing sales too. When I see like light snow like this, I just think of snow halation. A little bit of that like Love Live sleeper agent in me just activates. Stop on by and take a look. Strawberries are in season. We got them by the basketful. It's a little chilly today. You can even mash them and mix them up with a warm glass of milk. Kane's working hard to help his dad. I have to do the same for my mom. Don't really understand it yet, but I want to try doing some bookkeeping for the stall someday. Sneaking suspicion that our neighbor Kane has inspired Shell to put more effort in helping out with the stall lately. Fresh strawberries and milk.
Goods that money can buy.
I don't know if I'd eat it just straight like that. I feel like it's got to be mixed with other things. I'm too used to processed food, maybe.
Fun fact about the salmon we're selling today. Peggy made the winning bid on it at the fish market this morning. I was there for support, of course, but believe me when I say my little girl is a force to be reckoned with. Sharp as a tack, cute as a button. Couldn't be prouder to have a daughter like her.
Welcome, we got nice tender salmon in stock today. Simmer them, bake them, fry them in a pot. They're so fresh you can even eat them raw if you want. Raw? That's common in Far Eastern culture, I believe. Well, we call it sashimi. I always thought it was a normal thing to eat over here, though, too.
You'll see it in some Eastern restaurants from time to time, but it's definitely not the norm.
Raw fish goes good with soy sauce, in case you ever eat it that way. Just ask for more, ask any of the Far Eastern stalls if you want to know more.
Sounds like an insult. Whoa.
The strawberry thing or the salmon thing?
I'm of the opinion that the jewelry one purchases should befit their station, but I don't disapprove of those who buy expensive trinkets in hopes that they'll one day be worthy to wear them.
Indeed.
Oh, what the dad said. Wait, what did he say again? I was there for support, of course, but believe me when I say my little girl is a force to be reckoned with. I couldn't be prouder to have a daughter like her. It's quite the harvest today. These tomatoes in particular are impeccable in color. Run over to Victor's place later. The meat merchant. Chilly days like this are the perfect match for our piping hot kebabs. By now, I'll even cram some extra meat on it as a bonus.
What can I get for you? Thanks a bunch.
Kebab sounds good. Most times food's brought up, it's very good. Sharp as a tack, rather be sharp as a knife. Oh, true, true.
Of this heavenly scent.
They're separated again. They were together for like only one session. What happened?
I'm loyal to my coffee lattes, but admittedly the black coffee I had yesterday went down smooth. I expect it to be bitter though, through and through. But the aroma was full-bodied with just a hint of sweetness. It forced me to acknowledge just how narrow my perspective was.
Aw. She's becoming a black coffee enjoyer?
Maybe I'll start having Ward hold the sugar and milk from time to time.
Okay, but what about Elton? Is he also coming to terms with enjoying more things in his coffee? I'm a black coffee purist, but surprisingly the cafe latte I had yesterday was very agreeable. Rather than overpowering the natural taste of the coffee, the milk and sugar added a new appealing depth of flavor. Despite fancying myself an expert on the subject, I, in truth, was the most uncultured of all. It's embarrassing, really. Maybe I'll start having Ward add some sugar and milk from time to time.
They're fucking made for each other! Opposites attract, that story. You're looking at Salem and Lewis, official new manager. The two of them plan to put on a live concert tomorrow in Riverside, but their strategy pretty much starts and stops there. That just won't fly. The fans' expectations are going to rise with each and every event they hold. It's not too late though. I need to think up a way to dial up their appeal to the maximum.
Really? So we're getting the Symposium, the Z1 finals, and an idol show tomorrow? That's like bad scheduling.
Come to think of it, Salem and Lua formed their duo exactly half a year ago. It's the perfect cook. All we have to do now is get the word out. It can be hard to brew a good cup of coffee on cold, snowy days like this, but despite that, Mr. Ward manages to produce the exact same flavor every single time. It's incredible. I'll have to peek in on him whenever I can. This is my chance to swipe his techniques. What's really wild is how Mr. Ward got two people as stubborn as Elton and Juma to do a total 180. It's like his brewing process is magic or something. A bit of brandy in one's coffee can help stave off chilly days such as these. There's a special method in which you soak sugar cubes in the liquor before setting them afire and letting them melt in your drink. They call it a Café Royale. The strong woody aroma and the vibrant blue flames make for a classy way to enjoy your cup of joe.
Welcome! Thank you for coming! Please stop by again!
Have we done it? It looks like we've done it. No one's upstairs. Speaking of coffee hydration check. Coffee is like not good for hydration, right? Coffee is like very bad for hydration. God, the ice still hasn't gotten to the bottom of this yet. Hold on, I'm gonna shake it up.
Indeed. Very well.
Ah, there we go. Yeah, coffee dehydrates. Yikes! We're in for some trouble tonight, y'all.
Off we go.
I joined the guided tour to get a feel for the cultural differences between here and the Central East. Both the Eastern style and Basel style cafes were a treat to be sure.
Welcome to the Trion Mall. Here you'll find Trion Tower, one of Edith's major
We'll be leaving
landmarks.
Trion Mall shortly. Be sure not to forget anything. Next stop will be the
You'll also
Maserati
find
Hotel
Vern
in the
Store,
Stadium District.
a movie theater, boutiques, and other various shops to peruse.
Ooh, a buffet sounds good. I haven't been to a buffet in a minute.
Visit the new Liberal Boutique, which
Came to
just
the Vern
opened
store
this
today in
year.
hopes of getting
to
some good
sample a
inspiration
range
for
of
the
imported
advertisement
goods from
design.
the Liberal Kingdom.
One thing I noticed is that people have been paying way more attention to the Orbital Net ever since the T-phone was launched.
They have everything from the latest ZCF products to expensive wines.
I can feel the
and
gears
even
turning. My next
acerbic
design
tomatoes.
is brewing in my head as we
Please check
speak.
it out.
Figuring out a good stylistic approach to the ad was starting to feel like a lost cause. But I can feel the gears turning.
Welcome.
She's working it out. Looks like things are starting to snow a little. Did you know our T-phones are not only dustproof, but waterproof as well? This is done to ensure the orbital power mechanisms always remain intact. Oh yeah, I did see that. Subnautica on mobile is kind of a trip.
Here you'll find Trion Tower, one of Edith's major
I'm always
landmarks.
kind of looking for games to play on my phone that aren't gacha
You'll
games.
also find the Vern Store, a
Like,
movie
I really
theater,
wanted
boutique,
to
and other various shops
pick
to
up
peruse.
like Knights of the Old Republic. Just because I think I mentioned it before, but I never like really sat down and finished it.
Fabulous time here.
And I think having it on my phone would be good as like something to play in bed. I don't know, but once Uma Musume is out, that's going to be my focus. Although I don't really know how much I can do in that game. Yeah, Professor Layton on the phone too. Oh, true, true. And how about Dragon Quest? We need to get back on it. I did 1 and 2. Need to do like 3 and up.
Welcome to the Trion Mall.
It's not completely
Here you'll
invincible,
find
however.
Trion Tower,
If you do
one of
experience
Edith's
breakage,
major
please don't
landmarks.
hesitate to contact us.
You'll also find the Vern Store.
You know,
a
Minnie
movie
told me
theater,
about the
boutiques,
T-phone
and
sales
other
have been doing
various
pretty well
shops to
lately.
peruse.
Honestly, I wasn't really expecting them to catch on so quickly, especially with how pricey they are. But I guess the users are really
hope you'll
impressed
have
by
a
how innovative the
fabulous
tech
time
is.
here.
Either way, it's all been a huge success for the Vern Company. Modifying the Zypher for general use was a genius idea. I was wondering why there were so many kids around today, but then it hit me. The Mishi show's today. You know, we actually had Mishi participate in our T-phone marketing earlier this year. We were hoping to appeal to the housewife demographic. Maybe we'll bring him back sometime. Mishi is popular with the housewives?
Welcome to the Trion Mall. Here you'll find Trion Tower.
Mishi is for
one of
everyone.
Edith's major landmarks.
Whenever I use my T-phone, I
You'll
can't
also
help
find
getting the
the
sense that the
Vern
orbital
Store,
network is
a movie
constantly
theater,
evolving.
boutiques, and other various
For
shops
example,
to
more and more
peruse.
community sites and social media are being made every day. Plus, I've even seen people making their own personal
We hope you'll
sites.
have a fabulous fabulous
It makes me
time
feel
here.
like we're in a new age. I need to make sure I'm not left out. Do game companies still have forums? Is that a common thing? Because I remember back in the day, like, I was on like a couple of forums when I was a kid, right? It was like a small handful. Some more obscure than others, but I remember being on like the Bungie forums a lot.
Here you'll find Treon Tower, one of Edith's major landmarks. You'll also
Forums
find
were a good
Burn
time.
Store, a movie
I don't know how
theater, boutiques, and other various
popular
shops
they
to
are anymore.
Drop by the Vern store if
But
you
one of
want
those
to
cheap
check out
phones
the
people keep
hottest
talking
new
up the other day,
commodity,
being able to
the
contact
T-phone.
others at any time or place is too convenient to pass up on. Won't be possible until they have T-phones of their own.
Orbital technology that's lighting Calvard on fire. You won't want to miss it.
It's hopeless, Bart. The orb mail simply disappeared into the ether. Just hand it over. Maybe the store clerk will be able to fix it. She didn't know about the minimize. The T-phone is nice to have and all, but I'm a little iffy on how to use it. On the other hand, my son seems to know the thing from top to bottom. Is my boy a genius? Bart's gonna grow up to be an iPad kid.
Welcome
Sheesh,
to the
my mom really is hopeless when it comes to tech stuff. Oh well, when she's done, I'll be able to move to the next stage of my game.
You'll also find the Vern store, a movie theater, boutiques, and other various shops to peruse. Visit the new Liberal Boutique, which just opened this year.
What in that Sharkferno? I don't believe my eyes. It's the one, the film I've been waiting my entire life to see. The only thing that can feed my hungry soul.
Thank you for your visit today.
Shark movies? Okay. She is a shark freak.
The showing on Screen 1 will soon begin.
Do they still have Shark Week? Came back in the restroom only to find my little girl under the spell of Sarksploitation. They say that watching it is akin to gazing into a gaping abyss, one that leads to nothing but a future of nothingness. Goddess above, I beg you, deliver my daughter from these temptatious toothy creatures. That's kind of an overreaction.
Merchandise for the movie on sale
Shark movies are everything, the end all be all. Never has been a cinematic universe.
Why not buy a souvenir to remember your visit?
Never has the cinematic universe seen a better genre. Please, Kathy, come back to me. Your poor old mom will never leave you alone again as long as she lives. Time for another back-to-back viewing of The Adventures of Rockford and 3 Point Heat.
Thank you for your visit
I've inducted
today.
them into my favorite Hall of Fame, right alongside Golden Blood. Watching the same
The
movie
showing
over and
on
over the
Screen
way
1
I
will
do
soon begin.
does mean I get left behind when the topic turns to new releases, though. Sharkferno is a
Please
popular
silence your
choice, right?
phones
Maybe I'll go
and
see that
enjoy
too.
the film.
Hearing her say that made me want to watch Lord of the Rings again.
Welcome to the Treon Mall.
Look is fashion forward
Here you'll
now.
find Treon Tower.
I couldn't have done it without you.
Major
Are you
landmark.
sure this will be enough, though? Maybe there's something else I can fix?
You'll also find the Vern store.
All you need is a little more
movie
confidence,
theater,
Jimmy. You should
boutiques,
feel as self-assured
and
as you
other
look.
various shops to peruse.
Man, you really do tell how it is, don't you? That's easier said than done. Guess
Drop
the
by
rest will be
Vern
up to me.
store If you want to check out the hottest new commodity, the T-phone.
If you're wearing clothes that don't suit you, then you can't very well call yourself fashionable. You have to wear your clothes, not let them wear you. Otherwise, everyone will think you're being tacky.
On fire. You won't want to miss it.
So I just need to be confident. That doesn't exactly come natural to me, but he's right. I gotta muster up all the courage I can. Okay then, I'm gonna try to believe in myself. I can do this.
Anything of interest?
Compliments always feel really nice. Just like thinking about that.
I hope you found everything
Welcome to the Treon
Najib has
Mall.
been helping coordinate
Here you'll
outfits
find
for a customer
Treon
who
Tower,
wants to
one of
rehaul his
Edith's
entire
major
image.
landmarks.
Clearly consumers are in need of clothing selections that suit their body types and colors that
Also
flatter
find
them.
the Vern store,
But what
a
if
movie
R&M
theater,
also provided
boutiques,
accessories and
other various
hairstyling
shops
to help tie the
peruse.
whole package together? This has the makings of a marvelous business
Visit the
proposal.
new Liberal
I'll have to
Boutique,
draft something up
which
and
just
submit it to
opened
corporate
this year,
ASAP.
to sample a range of imported goods from the Liberal Kingdom.
You know, come to think of it, when we talk to people, we don't really
They
talk
have
to people. We
everything
kind of
from
just
the
stand
latest
next to them and
CCF
listen to them
products
talk to themselves a lot of the time, don't we?
And even acerbic tomatoes. Please check it out.
Like, we're kind of just being like freaks, walking up to people and listening to them talk. It's about their life story.
I just had to treat myself.
There they are, the limited edition spring tarts. They're right within my grasp, but they're just out of reach. Curse my financial woes. Sit tight, my loves. Tomorrow is the greatest day of the month. Payday. Soon you'll be all mine. Like, we really just walk up to this girl and listen to her fiend about
Here you'll
tarts.
find Treon Tower, one of Edith's major landmarks.
Yeah, people are also freaks for suddenly talking out their
You'll also
monologues.
find a
True.
phone store, a movie theater, boutiques,
Oh, hey, is that Albert and
various
Odette?
shops to peruse.
The taste of today's sponge cakes is, as always, perfectly plump. Normally, the results
Visit
are
the
in
new
large part
Liberal
influenced by the
Boutique,
humidity and
which
temperature.
just opened
But
this
as I've
year.
said many
The
times, I
stable
expect
range
nothing
of
short of
imported goods
perfection from the
the
Quincy
Liberal
Parlor.
Kingdom.
And their pâtissier is very much that.
They have everything from the latest ZCF
Oh, hello.
products
Are
to
you two on break right
expensive
now?
wines, and even
That's
acerbic
right.
tomatoes.
It's nice to take a
Please
breather every
check
now
it
and
out.
then, you know? Actually, I figured I might treat her today as an apology. What came in between our plans to meet up yesterday? Ah, I see. You know, I actually have been hoping to go out with you and Nadia for a while now. Oh well, guess that just means I'll have to fill my stomach for the three of us. Wait, Odette, you'll get sick. Well, it's not every day I get treated to. It's not every day I get treated to sweets from the Quincy Parlor.
Here you'll find
All right.
Treon Tower,
Maybe eating for the three is a little much, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways I can indulge.
You'll also find the Vern store, a movie
Rest assured,
theater,
I
boutiques,
won't be digging into
and
my
other
savings for
various
you.
shops to peruse.
Yeah, see, like that conversation, a bit more normal.
Drop by the Vern
Me walking
store
up to
if you
this
wanna
guy.
Check out the hottest new commodity, the
My
Tifo.
workplace stocks are hot in the market right now. The same goes for the Legion corporations, but pricier
It's a
shares are harder to
cutting-edge
buy
piece of
into.
orbital technology
Add to that
that's
how
lighting
tight
Calvard
competition
on
is with the
fire.
Calvardian
You won't
enterprises,
wanna
and the
miss it.
prospects get a lot murkier. Maybe I should consult with one of the bank tellers again before I start moving my mirror around. Like, I think for me, I have a lot of like internal monologues. I don't really talk to myself very often, which is wild to say because like I'm sitting here most of the time talking to myself, but like outside of streaming, I'm like a pretty quiet guy.
Welcome to the Treon Mall. Here you'll find Treon Tower, one of Edith's
So like
major
it's kind of funny to, you know, walk to all these people and hear them like
You'll
spin their
also
life
find
story.
the Vern store, a movie theater, boutiques, and other various shops to peruse.
That man with the balloon took off just a bit ago.
Visit the new
He even
Liberal
refused to pay
Boutique,
for helping out
which
with the
just
show.
opened this year.
Apparently he's
Disable
taking a
range of
self-imposed
imported
hiatus
goods
from
the
Misha's
Liberal
performances
Kingdom.
so he can think about what he's done. The guilt must really be eating on him. Hopefully the next time he
We have
attends, it'll be with a
everything
smile
from
on his
the latest
face.
ZCF products to expensive
Yeah.
wines and even acerbic tomatoes.
Yeah, pretty
Please
much.
check it out.
That's true, yeah. The world of Zemuria truly is different. Eliminating the animosity between fans of redesigned Misha and classic Misha should be a nigh impossible endeavor. But even still, I want to work towards a society where all Michelamites can walk hand in hand and treat each other with respect. Oh, and just so you're aware, Mishi had finally made his return to the Land of Dreams. He'll be back soon to put on another show, though. We hope to see you there. Returning to the Land of Dreams sounds like he
Welcome
died.
to the Treon Mall. Here you'll find Treon Tower, one of Edith's major
No,
landmarks.
Mishi! We needed you here!
You'll also find the Vern store, a movie
Wait, so what did I miss?
boutiques, and other various shops to peruse.
Is it in the observation?
Visit the new Liberal Boutique, which just opened this year.
See, it kind of feels like I already went up here, but I know that was the other day. I knew today was supposed to be cold, but I didn't think we'd actually get snow. Just so you're aware, the glass on the observation deck was made for occasions like this. No matter how much snow falls, it won't stick. Come snow, rain, or shine, you always have perfect view of the capital.
Providing a panoramic view of the entire capital.
Anya and Rebecca. Oh, right! Anki Sara.
Enjoy the heavenly view.
She's doing like a landscape? Rebecca feels like weird to be here, though. I'm like wondering what her deal is. We'll check in with her in a sec. I wonder if he'll sneak in to pay me a visit again. There's a long-standing rivalry between this family and mine. They loathe each other so we can't meet in public. I won't lie, I hate living in this house, but I don't have the courage to turn away and abandon those who raised me. So I'll just have to become the head of the family and incite an interfamilial revolution. Okay, time to hit the books. I'm gonna figure out a way to knock Dad off his pedestal. Wow, that's some active imagination she has.
And enjoy
You're
the
not wrong.
heavenly
She
view.
must have thought all that up herself. She's pretty impressive for a girl her age. Excuse me. She should become a author. What's up, Rebecca? How's the Bochi life? Wow, the view really is nice up here. Yeah, no kidding. But you know, you're probably the last person I'd expect to invite us out. You're probably the last person I'd expect to invite us out like this, Rebecca. Rebecca incited it?
Arch above ground level. Providing a panoramic view
was
of the
actually
entire
my dad's
capital.
idea. I figured it'd be nice for Kisara to have a look around the capital, though. I just had to dredge up a little courage to make it happen. But I never thought there'd be so many people here. Why don't we move on? Maybe you should have dredged up a little more courage. Well, I guess you are doing better than I thought you would, and Kisara seems to be enjoying herself. We should hang out like this more often. Oh, that's right. The Republic's been around for a pretty long time, hasn't it? Do you guys have any famous artists? The only one I can think of is Aramis. He actually did a lot to help Sheena Dirk in the Revolution. He's definitely not the only artist, though. We actually have a lot of famous modern artists, too. And I'm sure you'll be joining their ranks in time. In no time, Kisara. Hey, who said I was interested? Well, both me and Chris will do everything we can to support you along the way. After all, if art's something you like, you should keep doing it. Oh, right! They adopted Kisara. I totally forgot about that. I was like wondering what the connection was there, but yeah, there it is. Something I like, huh? Mama told me the same thing, but why did I ever forget?
Trion Tower's
Oh yeah, I remember now.
observation deck
Having hope is
stands
useless.
215
I won't ever fall for
above
that trick
ground
again.
level, providing a
What's wrong,
panoramic
Kisara?
view of the entire
It's
capital.
nothing. Just thinking about how naive everyone from Old Town is.
Please relax and
We must
enjoy
ignite the flame of
heavenly
hope
view.
back into Kisara. Artist, huh? Maybe that was a stupid thing to ask. Well, whatever. We should go before Rebecca faints. Checking out the observation deck was actually more fun than I thought it'd be. Kisara drew this beautiful mural at our bathhouse some time ago. We already paid her for a job well done, but figured it might be nice to show her the sights around the capital too. Kinda seems like she's forgotten. She's got something on her mind though. I wish she'd talk to
Trion
me about
Tower's
it.
observation deck stands 215 arch above
Dad
ground
said
level,
this would be a good way to get over my
providing a
fears.
panoramic view of the
And I
entire
figured
capital.
it might not be so bad with Kisara and Anya. Alright, just a little longer.
Relax and enjoy
I don't
the heavenly
want
view.
to interfere with Kisara's drawings.
It used to be all about heights when I was a kid. Coming to the observation deck was the norm for me, and I loved airplanes. But then I hurt myself after taking a tumble from a jungle gym. Airplanes? Airplanes? We've never seen an airplane in Zemuria! I think he means airships. But then I hurt myself after taking a tumble from a jungle gym. Haven't been the same since. Now heights are enough to paralyze me.
SMH translators.
Yo, these localizers are slacking!
Providing a panoramic view of the entire capital.
No shade. Bro's out here. Bro's out here with the whole new concept of aviation.
Enjoy the heavenly view.
What is he doing working on fucking juice, man? Get this man in a factory.
Ah, Vitizen Arkwright Solutions. I see you have Beauty's Blade with you, along with other more dubious company.
She's a no wave. I need that to be like a gif.
Out on a little group tour, are we?
Should be so lucky. And don't act like you aren't wise to what's going on with us. How about you, Miss Division Chief, taking a personal day with your flunky?
There's a political debate tomorrow at Trion Mall. We're here to conduct a preliminary security inspection. But I will concede that taking in the scenery from on high can be an effective stress reliever. So you've got it tough too, huh? We're still pursuing that Crimson Beast, as well as the man who calls himself the Garden Master. Though I regret to inform that we don't have any more information than you do at present. That's too bad. Ever since the Mammoth Island case, all eyewitnesses' reports have stopped cold. In fact, now that the serial killers have stopped, things in the capital have been almost peaceful. But who knows how long that'll last. Needless to say, the situation is only temporary, or perhaps it'd be better described as the calm before the storm. But no matter what schemes are taking form, we can be certain that they won't be carried out by conventional means. With that in mind, I expect great dividends from your efforts.
Don't get your hopes up too high. Still, we do plan on bringing an end to this.
Then allow me to tell you our findings in exchange. They regard these dolls modeled after members of the Gardens.
They regard those dolls, yeah.
The CID took them after the incident in Aramis, as I recall. What did your analysis uncover? As suspected, they're linked into the super technology that arose during Crossbell's most recent incident. In particular, they were built to stimulate the underlying concepts behind simulacra.
Simulated simulacra? Try saying that 3 times fast.
However, it would appear that the original technology could not be reproduced. From this, we've surmised that they incorporate Society, Marduk, and Zekdarm's engineering, among others. In terms of how faithfully they reproduce their originals, the dolls are nowhere close to on par with simulacra. That, however, is because those aspects were eschewed in favor of combat specialization and formidable battle prowess. We believe they were produced around a year ago, while both Armada and the Gardens were still active. Aside from the twins, all the other members of the Gardens have been wiped out. So the Garden Master unleashed these killer robots instead. And so the organization that had been warped from the start managed to survive more warped than ever. That's karma for you. There haven't been any reports of the assassin dolls being deployed anywhere else, but if the Garden Master begins to act in earnest, they could very well emerge as an additional threat. You'd best be careful out there. We appreciate your concern.
Randall Zolga started off by hitting a military compound. Don't tell him what his true target is. If anything, y'all at the CID should be the ones watching your step.
Is that concern for your childhood friend I detect? I'll be sure to pass it along to Mr. Kincaid.
That ain't what I meant.
I for one think he would love to hear it.
Give me a break.
Van cares about his friends. Soon after, Kilika and Kayla return to work, whereupon Van and the group resume their own activities.
Looks like I've got an orb mail. It's from Father Bark. Shit, I mean Master Bearguard. He just sent me a letter yesterday. Now it's an orb mail? Wonders never cease. Van, a major breakthrough has surfaced regarding your current predicament, prompting my immediate return to Edith. I ask that you head to the underground ruins at Station Street so that we may discuss this matter in private.
Is that actually Bearguard?
Major breakthrough? Doesn't sound like your everyday stuff. Might even have something to do with me specifically.
Is there a problem, Van?
Nah, just some personal correspondence. So, we've been milling around a while. What do you say we take a breather?
Sure, it's about time to grab a bite to eat anyways. Our party's pretty big this time around. Maybe we could split up. Good idea. Let's part ways for lunch and when we reach a good stopping point.
I'd say better keep things to myself until I know what this is all about.
Excuse me? When has that fucking worked at all this entire game, Van? Every time you've kept something to yourself, you fucking died.
So high up.
Have you learned nothing the past couple of weeks?
Trion Tower's observation deck stands 200.
After dying like 17 times, you'd think they'd start talking about their problems in the open.
God, this stuff is cutting edge.
I can't even see the top.
It's like, ooh, something suspicious. I better keep it to myself until I know more.
Welcome to the Trion Mall.
We about to send Van into the dungeons. He's gonna get murdered. Dead end incoming.
Here you'll find Trion Tower, one of Edith's major landmarks.
Alright, I think we've done everything we can above ground.
You'll also find the Vern store.
So we're just gonna run it straight down to the underground ruins from here. Any underground ruins at Station Street will cause the main story to advance. As a result, some unfinished quests and unseen sub-events will appear. You know what? Whenever I see that text, I get a little scared. I'm checking the guide. Daybreak II. Okay. Examine the office desk. Mishi Mr. Adventure. We got the Firefly Scarf movie event. Blue Newsboy cap. R&M. Did we buy that? Where the fuck is R&M? Trion Mall. That probably sounds like we've bought it, but let me double check.
Welcome to the Trion Mall.
Anything of interest?
Okay.
I hope you found.
Well.
Wait, a newsboy cap for Shizuna would be like such a fit.
I'm so happy.
Okay, and then Sewer System Sweep 2. We watched our movies. We've done the side quests. Continue the story. Cool. Okay, we're good.
Everything to your liking.
Major landmarks.
It is definitely one of those problems, but I kind of see it as a good thing. Where, like, I kind of like to try to do as much of the game on the first run as possible. Because I normally don't go back to playing games. Like, very rarely will I find myself replaying a game. Unless it's, like, really short. Like, I'll replay, like, the Halo games since, like, I know them, like, front to back practically. But, like, if you're telling me to replay, like, fuck, Persona 3 or, like, Metaphor, like, no, I will double check to ensure that I can do everything I can on the first go. Because I'm not trying to, like, do the one thing I missed at, like, hour 80. After separating from his companions, Van made his way to Station Street. Yeah, it looks at Warhammer and Oblivion. Fuck. Okay, but Oblivion is a little different from me. That's like almost akin to like a Halo. A lot more people around now that we're heading in the afternoon. Well, for now, I've got to find out what Master wants from me. He went through more trouble than he had to send that orb mail. Something's definitely up. It's been 3 months since we last saw each other. Guess the first step is to meet up and hear him out.
The entrance to the underground ruins is down the back alley next to the department store.
Van is gonna get fucking murked by himself. Time will rewind. And then we will have the whole gang. 100%. 1000%. Van's not making it. He's not gonna see the end of the day. No, they're level 35.
What the hell are you doing down here?
They're level 35. I don't want to use the Grouse Ritter.
Master called me over to talk. What, did you come in his place?
In his place? I guess you could say that.
Am I missing something?
I've got some bad news to share, Arkwright.
Is it like Bearguard's dead?
Master Barkhorn's dead.
Whoa, again?
And it's all your fault.
What? Back up. Did I hear that right? He's dead. We're talking about the Bearguard Zeman, right? You say it's my fault?
It figures you wouldn't have a clue. Back when you were swallowed up by that demonic power, Master took on a curse to protect you. You know that much, right?
Now hold on a sec.
That curse is as nasty as they come, and just as tough to dispel. He spent all this time getting spiritual treatment in Arteria. But even after going to Gehenna and back, he gave up the ghost just the other day.
No way they off-screen this man.
Don't tell me she's corroded the way Ashen was.
Master covered for you until his dying breath. And whether he likes it or not, his sacrifice proved one thing. Your existence is a plague on this world. And that's a sin I just can't abide by. Since we're fellow disciples, I'll grant you one act of mercy. Putting you out of your misery by my own hands.
Where's Leon?
So even Dominions can get their memories rewritten. This ain't the time to mull things over, though. Up and at 'em, Mare Bear. We got trouble. Shit! I can't go Grendel?
He's not seen Daybreak. Okay, level 35 though. Van's kind of got it in the bag. Van is dead. Oh, you know what's really tragic about that though? He didn't tell anyone he went into the fucking station. Nobody would have found his body. Until like a long time, probably. Like unless Celis said something, nobody would have fucking found him down there. Tragic. He's washed as hell. Why would he do that? After all this, after all of this. Oh shit, maybe it was a bad idea not to tell anyone that I was gonna go fuck off in the sewers. Sweet Idios, didn't see that coming. Guess plain fare is too much to ask. If I'm gonna worm my way out of this. Someone's watching. Must be using some sort of technique to conceal their presence. Don't know if it's related to the rewrite, but sticking around won't do me any favors. How do I lose them? It's around noon on Saturday. I think I know who to count on to give me an out. Giordano? I saw the taxi. Is it Giordano?
This really isn't the best place to be right now.
That's just a rumor, right?
Need to find a good opportunity to get to the center of the...
Yeah! That's my goat! There he is. Van, there are stairs! Van? He got away. Target is boarded a taxi heading northwest. The vehicle make is... Try to drop in on your lunch break. Don't give it a second thought, brother. Shuttling folks around is what I live for. Besides, know this ain't just for kicks. Anytime you're in a bind, I got your back. You're a cabbie like no other. I was about to get tangled up with some pesky characters is all. Can I hassle you to take the back roads? Maybe shake them off a bit? Forgot you're a pretty streetwise cat yourself. Just sit tight. Giordano will get you where you're going in record time. Hey, he's getting a little too used to the save states, just screwing around and playing risky for the bit, for fun. Yo, how do you get the fucking taxi in this? It's okay. Sure this is where you want out, brother? Yeah, shortcut I'm taking. No car can follow. I owe you one, Giordano. Take care heading back. You betcha. Two of us share a compadre and Dingo. Next time you need a lift, just give me a call, brother. Fuck, I hope there's an exit. Oh yeah, Dingo is an old pal of his, huh? Just another way is coming clutch for me. Alright, time to trudge my way through. Why is he back in here? It's odd though, timing's just too good. And there's all those guys surveilling me. Doesn't exactly match the Grossritter MO. If I had to guess. Yeah, bro's about to get taken out by a train. Forget it. Need to lie down low in the Blacklight District and...
Oh, hell!
Really?
A thaumaturgy trap! So I was right on the money.
The Papal Guard, okay.
Scariot, you came to the capital?
He's really gonna get fucking done in again. And then be like, fuck, I really should have just told someone I got an email.
Indeed. And I trust you know the reason.
Van high key throwing.
Van Arkride, within you resides the root of all things demonic. By your curse did Bearguard Zeman, better known as my master Gunther Barkhorn, perish. For that, you have been deemed a heretic.
So it got you too, huh? I had a hunch this might happen.
Alright, so if this ends in Van dying, it is so weird that they brought him back to do a thing to just die again with like genuinely no real progress other than them like repeating what we've already heard from Celis.
Yours is an absolute evil, untouchable by the laws of this world. By our hands shall it be condemned!
You ran into you guys instead, huh? Try to lure him and the bastard blows me off. I'm on my way. Don't do a thing till I get there.
Mother Celise, how many times must we tell you to use your telepathy to contact us? Or at the least, a secure line.
Mommy Celise.
There is no need for delay. Taking him down where he stands will do just as well.
Calling her a mother feels weird.
Begin casting. Leave no gap uncovered. Yes, sir!
Damn, so deadass? We really are just gonna watch Van die again?
There are too many for me to hold off alone. Add a Dominion to the mix, and I'll be screwed 6 ways from Sunday.
Alright, how funny would it be if, like...
Surrender yourself. This is farewell, Arkwright.
Giordano comes back with the cab.
My number's up.
He comes back with the cab?
I think I've seen quite enough.
Cold smell.
Okay.
You dare, Father Leon.
Not sure what brought this on, but hey, I'll take what I can get.
Fuck, I don't take what I can get. He's level 35.
Stop him.
This way, then.
Bailing me out, huh? Take it that means you're still in your right mind?
Assuming you refer to the way Celise isn't in hers, yes. But we can talk after we've made our escape.
Between this and Messeldom, I'm racking up a real debt to you. Let's roll!
Okay. Two headed towards the surface through a number of byways. While doing so, they began exchanging what they knew with one another. If this is like a Van Leon adventure, it's gonna be so bad for us. Rewritten memories and perceptions, huh? Under normal circumstances, I would be asking where and how hard you hit your head. Good to know you haven't lost your humor. I don't have a clear picture of things myself. That said,
Master Barkhorn's dead, and it's all your fault.
For that, you have been deemed a heretic.
One misstep along the way and either of those scenarios could have wound up true. But the idea that Master was cursed is obviously a total fabrication. They don't seem like they're being controlled either, so the only option left is that their minds have been tampered with. Only is a bit of a strong word there. It could be that our Master truly is dead, and your memory was the one rewritten. Why's he gotta be out here planning those thoughts? What a load of... On second thought, I'm having a tough time debunking you there. Now I get it. The fact that we can't get in touch with Master right now is being used against us. Likely so. Though by whom? We have yet to understand. It's gotta be linked to the stuff on your end, yeah? You must have noticed something was off earlier today. That's right. After the incident at Nemeth Island, we decided to split up and chase the perpetrator's tails. Meaning that for a time, Celis and I acted separately. She had some business in the capital, so we decided to meet in the outskirts and share our findings this morning. But for some reason, we weren't speaking on the same wavelength. As I listened on, she suddenly came out saying that our master was dead. I tried convincing her otherwise a multitude of times. In a response, that I was the one whose memories were fiddled with. If even the Grossritter aren't immune to this, then yeah, there's a chance that you're the only one who's gone off the rails. While I may be informed on the rewrite business now, yesterday I couldn't conjure up the words to refute her. At the time, Celis unleashed her stigma. No, scratch that. It may be that her stigma went out of control due to the psychological strain of Master Bearguard's supposed death. I've got a responsibility to put Arkwright down. If you can't accept that, then stay out of my way. And to my surprise, the Vice Captain appeared. Hunting down heretics is the duty of us monks. Should you interfere, we will grant you no quarter. They then subjected me to a merciless barrage of thaumaturgy. I could only endure so much. That sounds pretty rough. Your concern is touching, but some people came to my rescue after I escaped. They even treated my wounds. The only problem is my own stigma. In what way? I've been rendered incapable of harnessing its power by means unknown to me. It's rather dire, really. Can't even control my mana effectively. That's why you aren't looking too hot. It's bad enough that those two were the ones rewritten. Now the only person who stood a chance of going against them has his power sealed. Truth told, this is more than I bargained for. All I intended to do was look into their activities. But in a twist of fate, I became your savior. It appeared that you were their sole target. Perhaps I should have let the matter run its course. You better follow that up with a psych. If you turbo here and wait for the running animation to finish. I was thinking about that, but I think I see the animation split. Right. Yeah, because what I could totally see is, so they're running in place, and the background is repeating back and forth in front of them. So everything around them is moving, but they're not. Because if they were moving, the camera would be more jittery. They are running down the endless corridor. Anyways, our only hope of bringing them back to their senses is to join forces. We're in agreement there. Ah, there's the exit up ahead. Oh, this is also a place where there was like an endless corridor. I've seen this place before. This is a waterway beneath the Tyrell district, just a bit further until we get above ground. Good, I don't see any pursuers. Let's keep aiming in topside.
You know, when I woke up this morning, I didn't think I'd be making off with you of all people.
Huh. That's my line you're stealing. Now, if you would be so kind, try and stay out of my way.
Damn, cold as ice.
Well, oh, they leveled them up. They leveled both of them up. Hell yeah, nice. He's not fucking useless.
Switching to maintenance mode.
But let's...
Hey, that's a single element. Hey, that's a single element slot. Hey, that's a single element slot.
He's always felt more like an arts head.
Hey, that's a single to type. Okay, all set.
But this feels like a terrible build. What do I have on him? Chance to absorb magic.
Switching to maintenance mode.
We gotta move some of these things around. He's not using every one of these verses.
Hey, that's a single element slot.
Let's get like, I guess Nebulous.
Art lineup altered. Switching to maintenance mode. Hey, that's a single element slot.
And I guess we'll throw
Skills
Crystal
updated.
on here. It makes more sense for me to put like a water one in. Like this isn't terrible.
Art lineup altered.
And then let's switch out O's for something more usable. Maybe Rain?
Nice to meet you. Switching to maintenance mode. Switching to maintenance mode. Switching to maintenance mode.
Alright, Aquaverse. We'll put in our EP3 and 2 here. No need for Mind 1, we'll put it EP3.
Skill set updated.
Also, the MP3 feels a little weird. We'll put a Cast 3.
Skill set updated.
What do we need to get to Arc Feather here? Is it possible? We're not building for Arc Feather with him. Well, we could. Because that's
Skill
6.
set updated.
Yeah, stats and strength are balanced. It's pretty balanced, yeah. I think with the way I have Van set up, though, it makes more sense for me to try and get him to be...
Skill set updated.
Get him to be...
Skill set updated.
a caster.
Skill set updated.
Cool. He's not going to be the best caster, but he will be casting.
We gotta hurry. We gotta hurry.
Yeah, super lucky for us to not have to like pump those droplets into him. Looks like we shook him. What's our next move? I mentioned before that a few benefactors came to my aid. They should be waiting for me up ahead. Who came to his aid?
Hey! Over here!
What? Godi and Nina?
Anne's here too? Something must have happened.
So those are your guardian angels, huh? How did they help?
What a story! Truth really is stranger than fiction sometimes. Still, Celis and Ashlight chasing you down boggles the mind.
Oh yeah, you met the vice captain before, huh, Director?
We shared a table at the Revolution Festival. Leon was there too, if memory serves.
That I was. The Director was a rare source of stimulating conversation. Celis and I have met a few times as well. I know she isn't the type of person who'd do this to you. So please don't take it to heart, Leon. You have our fullest support.
Right. If there's anything we can do to help out, all you gotta do is say the word.
Can't thank you too enough, especially given that you've already saved me this morning.
About that, I'm guessing you picked him up in the van when he was hurt.
Yes, we were heading back from scouting a film location on the outskirts of the city. That's when we chanced upon Leon lying on the side of the road.
The boy was bleeding head to toe. You can imagine how flabbergasted we were. Since we hit it off before, giving him somewhere to take shelter was a no-brainer.
The production van does make for a decent camouflage on top of the transportation. On that note, we need to collect ourselves fast. There's no telling when they'll catch us here. It'll be best to relocate.
Gotcha. So is there any place in the capital that you can use as a safe house?
How about Edith Cathedral? Even those two would be hesitant to start a confrontation there.
Okay then, we'll ferry you over on these trusty wheels of ours. And I won't take no for an answer. Speed is the name of the game, after all.
Your generosity is appreciated, Mr. Director.
Yeah, well, it should ride with you. It's not like there's much alternative. Swell, then come on, hop right in.
We hop into the van, and there's a car bomb.
We can get into the Arbor District in no time via the expressway.
Oh yeah, should probably get in touch with the others. Hey guys, I almost died. Oh. You've gotta be kidding me. They're blocking communications. Huh, but why? Even the radio's not working.
Well, this is a fine pickle we're in.
It's probably a localized orbital wave jam, but if that's their angle...
You don't think Ashlight and his pals are onto us already?
They probably got eyes all over the capital, which means...
What in the... Something just landed on the roof!
It can't be...
Yo, Arkwright. Still scurrying away like the rat you are. Sticking with that director and actress won't save you. I'll keep him out of the crossfire, though. So, just bear with me. Don't move, Arkwright. Same goes for you, Leon. Forces me to crack open this tin can, and you'll have a crash waiting to happen.
What are we gonna do?
Celis, wait! He isn't...
Are we gonna have a battle in a moving car?
She's using our stigma?
You're not at fault. I get that. But I can't let you live. The best I can do is send you straight to Adios. In one strike!
I can't let any more people get caught up in this. Sorry, you three. I'll figure out the rest on my own. One way or another.
Is he gonna dive out of the car? Whoa! Okay. I got the screenshot.
Ben! Ben! No!
The shards cushioned my fall, but...
Bro's about to get executed.
Can't say I didn't see this coming.
So, you opted to keep him out of it. Pretty noble, Arkwright. That's what makes this such a crying shame. I'll send you off in peace, if nothing else. Sleep tight.
And Bearguard shows up. Really? We died? Again? Van is so washed. Van is fucking washed. How come we can't just like go right here and be like, hey guys, you want to come with me so we can fight the Grouse Raider together? We could solo Celis, easy. Yeah, same as Ashin. These friends are giving their 1000% to kill Van and only 100 to fight most evil villains in Trails, right? Like, where was this Celis during Pandemonium? You know? Where was this Celis during the fucking Arashin, like, death games? There's no telling when they'll catch us here. It'll be best to relocate. Terrell District. Must have rewound back to when we joined up with Cody and Nina. Van, is something wrong? Nah, though it will be if things play out like I recall. So, is there any place in the capital that you can use as a safe house? How about Edith Cathedral? Even those two would be hesitant to start a confrontation there. Okay then, we'll ferry you over on these trusty wheels of ours. And I won't take no for an answer. Speed is the name of the game, after all. Your generosity is appreciated, Mr. Director. Taking the expressway would get us to the Arbor District in no time. But the cathedral is really our best bet. Let's go to Montmartre. What's up? Do you know something we don't? Sorta, yeah. It's tough to explain. Let's just call it a flash of intuition. Oh?
Sticking with that director and actress won't save you. I'll keep them out of the crossfire, though. So, just bear with me.
Under those conditions, they should be fine. We still want to iron things out a little. You guys are gonna have to work with me here. Mind humoring me a bit? Not in the least. In for a reg, in for an arch. We'd be more than happy to help. Thanks, you too. Where do you propose we go, then? Just a sec. There's something I want to make sure of first. We'll need some spare Zyphus. I think I'll lay a little groundwork over here, too, while I'm at it. Yeah, deadass, though. Nuke and Arashin, I sleep killing Van Arkride. Well, we're on the expressway just like we planned. Nothing out of the ordinary that I can tell. Not yet, no. Something wrong, Nina?
What in the... Something just landed on the roof!
It can't be.
Well, fuck, we're dead again.
Yo, Arkride. Still scurrying away like the rat you are. Sticking with that director and actress won't save you. I'll keep them out of the crossfire, though.
We just, like, blast Celis off of the top of the car.
What are you going on about?
Huh?
That's you up there, right, Celis? I get that it's been a while since Messeldom, but jumping on our van is one hell of a long time no see. It's like a scene right out of a movie.
Maybe you could cast her as an extra in your next film, Mr. Gotti.
That's a genius idea. Better yet, we could sign up Leon alongside her.
Damn it. I'm getting distracted. Wait.
Get hologrammed?
Those aren't Leon or Arkride. They're just decoys made to dupe my clairvoyance. Pulled one over on me, did ya? You're in for it now, Master's pet!
Wait, so where are we without our Zyphas?
Whoa, Nelly. That went exactly the way Vance said it would.
Are we just, like, in the trunk?
Oh, those Zyphus we prepared for the shoot sure came in handy.
Ah, okay.
Wasn't that Ash Lad just now? This is getting more unbelievable by the second.
Yes. But now we've seen it for ourselves. Something isn't right with him or Celis. And Leon, please stay safe.
Man, Zyphus can really do a lot, can't they? Like, you're telling me just like normal Godi and Nina's Zyphus were able to produce holograms like that? Like, my pixel can't do anything like that. So far, so good. Guess they fell for our stunt doubles. We had the director and Nina to thank for that. Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, why do they have Zyphas? Wouldn't they have T-phones? Which are, like, supposed to be stripped of, like, a lot of this, like, military, like, arts bullshit. Moving on, to think that a place like this were beneath the city. Scamping around like this is getting us nowhere. We need to start working towards the table, towards turning the tables. And one of the keys to that is without a doubt your stigma power. Is there really no way for you to restore it? You say that as if it's trivial. First of all, a stigma's very existence is absolute in this world. They are thus unsealable by nature. Master did mention something like that, but if that's the case, how'd it happen anyways? Heaven knows. All I can tell you is that it isn't something the Vice Captain's thaumaturgy should be capable of. This is only speculation, but perhaps my stigma overreacted after a certain unknown force attempted to tamper with me. Since then, it's not yet returned to its normal state, so I'm unable to release it properly. I think you go to the doctor for that. It does line up with the current sitch. Curious about the specifics of this tampering business, but we can set that aside for now. If there's no problem with the stigma itself, then we should be able to do something about it, right? Well, it'd only be a half measure, but if we manage to stabilize my stigma's power, then yes, possibly. But as we are without a specialist on our side, we have to make do on our own. At very least, we need a spiritual hotspot to give the stigma a foothold from which to adjust. Finding one would prove inconvenient, however, with all these prying eyes on the lookout. Spiritual hotspot where no one's watching. Actually, I think I know a place. Perfect one for the job, in fact. Also, something I just noticed, but Leon's coat is like really torn up. The underground ruins at Station Street. This is where Sellers first summoned you to meet with her. Yeah, except now it'll be our blind spot. All the way down on an altar where the first Genesis was enshrined. It was on a small scale, but the higher elements were in effect back then. So it should count as a spiritual hotspot. That may be just the ticket. Though I must say his mental acuity is positively uncanny. What, you think I'm a stumbling block? Oh, I've no objections. Celis's clairvoyance is usually quite lacking, but right now her stigma is running amok. If she applies herself, she'll be able to see quite a distance. It's only a matter of time before we're discovered. We best get a move on. Watch my back in there, Glacial Rhyme. Very well, I'll be expecting the same from you in return, Sir Spriggan. A whole Van and Leon adventure.
I think that's physical attack for now.
I would have never guessed.
Finish them where they stand. Calendar down. We have the advantage. Next, guys. Way on the pace, Leon. Calling that a challenge would be a gross exaggeration.
Well, aren't you hot stuff, Leon?
I'm not used to being unable to unleash the full breadth of my power. It's quite vexing.
That's some kind of flex?
Now then,
you're tearing
let's
right through
continue
these
on our
monsters, man.
I play with magic.
Yeah, it's these Nordics all over again. Where is my combo strike?
Let's finish the job.
We have the advantage.
Energy output at full throttle.
Going all in.
Initiating drive. Activating skill.
Okay, see, like, he's actually doing pretty good as a caster here.
You picked the wrong guy to fight.
You did well, man.
Whale on.
We have the advantage.
Activating skill.
Leon. Finish them where they...
Looks like a
Calling
chest.
that a challenge would be a gross exaggeration.
Free action 3, sure
aren't
thing.
You hot stuff, Leon.
I'd go for physical attacks. I'd go with magic attacks.
I do like the reuse.
Looks like a chest.
It's like a very strategic reuse of the first dungeon in Daybreak 1.
I think we lost him.
Yes, indeed. Though I'm certain Celise will be ready to resume her pursuit any moment. That pertinacious personality of hers is proving quite troublesome for us.
Looks like a chest.
Yeah, everything's still like broken too. That looks like it's the right way. We have forgotten our path.
Treasure, hmm? What a pleasant surprise.
Looks like the gang's all here.
Meow.
I could certainly do with a breather. I feel good as new.
Yeah, what does his equipment look like right now? Probably pretty bad. Oh, he's fine. How about like clothing? We're running okay, these are all worse too. How about accessory? $710. How about for Van? Anything better? I think that's still the best evasion.
I feel good as new.
Alright, we're probably gonna have to fight Celis or something, aren't we? Well, we lost her. Who are we even fighting down here? This is as deep as it gets. There does indeed seem to be a spiritual power gathering here. Think it'll work? I'll see what I can do. All of a sudden, Kevin shows up. Damn, nice work. The minions don't play around, huh? Normally, this sort of fine-tuning is best done in a more controlled environment. Proceeding with such a meager pull of mana will take a fair bit of time. Yeah, well, tough cookies. There's no monsters around to worry about, so let's just hunker down and get it done. Never had a situation this sticky, but being targeted in and of itself ain't new to me. Work in the shadows long enough, you're bound to run into a few cloak and daggers. Overplaying the hard-boiled bits, aren't we? Brag as you like, but you're still softer than you care to admit here and there. You said I'm bragging. Get off my back and concentrate, would you? Oh, don't worry on my account. The adjustments are going smoothly.
May I ask a question? You need only answer as much as you are able.
Sure. Go for it.
I've been sitting on this for quite a while now. What exactly happened 8 years ago?
We're gonna get a spill our guts lore moment. Let's go.
The two of us happened to be the same age, meaning that back then, we were both 17. Instead of attending Aramis Academy as you should have, you suddenly dropped out, leading the life of a drifter until Master Bearguard took you in. It was around that time that he sustained serious injury. Celise and I only learned of this after the fact. You can see why it would make us rather distrustful of you. But, inquire as we might, our master refused to enlighten us.
Yeah, well, it's not like he could say anything. His final disciple was a walking taboo, a vessel housing a ruler of devils.
And it's as I thought.
Yeah. I won't go into detail, but There was a time I let my power go out of control. Being a vessel, that power is only leftover scraps. Yet it was still enough to snuff out every spark of life in the area. If Master hadn't put his life on the line to save me, I might have never gotten my humanity back.
I half expected that was the case. This rewrite about Master Bearguard being struck by a curse is only just outside the realm of truth, then.
Yeah, one false move and things could have ended up that way for real. If you think about it like that, maybe I am a heretic, like they said.
Come to think of it, the fact that these rewrites are pulling even memories from like all the way back then and factoring that into like how they're manipulating people, it's kind of crazy, like how they got these reads on Van like all the way back then.
But even then, I can't just give myself up to him. Master granted me a new lease on life and pointed me down my path. That's a kindness I aim to repay.
Your origins are unknown to me, and the way you hover between light and shadow is exceptionally dubious. And to top it all off, you may well harbor the root of all things demonic. No Dominican
out like
that. But
that.
if Master Bearguard sets you down your road in life, then far be it from me to chide you for walking it. Between your efforts to avoid involving the innocent, or to keep them out of harm's way at the expense of your own well-being, you're even more tender-hearted than I ever could have imagined.
Hold up. Are you saying you remember what happened last time?
Why, I'm not sure what you mean. At any rate, our little tete-a-tete has me inclined to acknowledge you as a fellow student, unrefined though you may be.
Damn, so he knows that Van let himself die for him. Like, that's like... If we're not like homies, like, all the way after this, like, I don't know what else we could do.
To the point where I'm willing to commend you for how far along you've come.
He's just a little soon.
And for getting us to this point.
Look at that. You actually did it.
Yes, albeit to a wholly limited extent. Still, this should give us more leeway to oppose Celise.
Should have known you'd be here.
Oh, damn.
Bet you think you're clever, throwing us off the trail like that. I'd give you a pat on the back for it. But we both know you can't run away forever. Now give it up, so I can send you off in peace!
Are we gonna find out that Celise and Ashlad are like big-ass jobbers for getting soloed by Leon and Van here?
Someone's here ahead of schedule.
How very timely of you, Celise. Your clairvoyance has improved. If only I were a little more incentivized to appreciate that right now.
1000% to kill Van.
Huh? If you're trying to blow smoke up my ass, I'm not hearing it.
The time has come to convict the heretic. Father Leon, I will make no guarantees on your survival should you insist on obstructing us.
Multiplex thaumaturgical formation. Their showing at Arasion pales in comparison to this.
It is kind of interesting being on the run like this, though, from like a narrative standpoint, because usually we're doing like the chasing and trying to like find out like the villains, and like here we are being kind of the villains in a way.
Our prospects aren't bright. Even though I can use my stigma, it has yet to recover fully.
While on the other hand, hers is going berserk at full blast. We don't stand a chance in Gehenna. Not without backup.
Oh? Wait. The gang is here?
What the?
Zeros, let's go?
Orbital drone?
Take this!
Yo! Goldie and Nina probably went to go get the actual backup, didn't they?
We're being ambushed!
Oh, and Ren?
Now! Deploying shards! Activating interference protocol.
Get rid of those magic circles!
Roger!
Oh, they're dead!
Mind if I have this dance?
The way Shizuna just pops up like that is so peak.
I'm afraid I can't let you do that. Ugh, meddling jackasses!
Phantom Thief Grimcat takes to the stage!
Van, here's your chance. We've secured an escape route.
Hurry up and get to stepping!
Let's just fight him. We win.
Just in the nick of time.
I take it this was premeditated?
Post the force sprig and get down
Yes.
here right away.
The memo Van left behind gave us the gist of the situation. The rescue party's arrived, just like your 4SPG asked.
Agnes consulted me on the matter, after which I rushed right over.
Always a surprise up your sleeve.
You know it. Now let's blow this joint.
I suppose we must. Until next time, Celise.
Leon, Arkwright, get your asses back here! We still got a score to settle, damn it!
I want to fight. Let me fight. Why are we running? I feel like we had to fight our way out of that. It felt weird that they just let us walk out. Phew. Even if it was just like Celise we had to fight through. Yeah, that was a close one. Sure was, but we managed to pull it off. Hell yeah, my blood's still pumping. It's a relief that you two made it out safely, and narrow escape as it was. I'll say, thanks for getting us out of a tight spot. It extends to you as well, Nina, Mr. Director. We seem to have a habit of being in your debt.
Haha! Don't think twice about it. Wouldn't have been able to live with myself, leaving you high and dry.
Yes, thank goodness it worked out. After what happened, we headed back to your office in Old Town where we bumped into the others. Was right when we were starting to put our plan into action. Lucky thing too, all we were missing was a way to get around. All my friends can't drive! We're the only homie with a car in this entire friend group. Indeed, time was far too short for us to spend it arranging for transport. After seeing a Force Brigand, we knew we had to get to work swiftly and carefully. Especially with a group our size. And just so you're aware, I laid a few false trails to keep them off our scent for a while. These cars have shards applied to them for good measure. That should cut off any thaumaturgy used to detect us. I'm also conducting a test of Fio and Zeros' new functions while we're at it. Though they do have a Stigma user with them. If they shift into high gear, we might be in for a bad time. So, what's the plan, boss? Altered memories or not, those two got you branded as full-blown heretics. That puts us up against Celise, Ashlad, and a whole bunch of monks from Iscariot. Grave circumstances, to be sure. There should still be some means of counteraction to whatever is manipulating their consciousness, but it's easier said than done. Yeah, not even Kuragane was immune. And now that the corrosion's effects are affecting a Stigma user, it's probably stronger than it was yesterday. What, like we didn't have it hard enough? Frankly, I would suggest relying on the guild, though it would only be a makeshift solution at best. That's the issue here. No matter how many people we throw at them, it won't change the situation. What we need to do is bring them back to their senses. But how? Persuasion via peaceful dialogue hasn't exactly been effective. Right, we need something concrete, something that'll reveal a contradiction between the rewritten reality. We will repeat the Ashen thing. We're just gonna have to go get Bearguard.
A contradiction between the rewired and reality? I think you're starting to lose us.
Yes, we've never really interacted all that deeply with Celis. Or Celise. Or Mr. Zeman, for that matter.
You can blame us for dragging you into this crazy caper to begin with. On that note...
Do you remember something?
Yeah, Master Bearguard sent us a letter yesterday. The one where he gave us advice seemed real enough to me. Every word was written by him, 1000%. The orb mail, on the other hand, was faked.
If that's true, then this is just a guess, mind. Perhaps their memories were rewritten only a short time ago.
More specifically, it could have started as recently as today. Thinking back, you're probably right. There was nothing out of the ordinary about Celise and I corresponded with her when I corresponded with her yesterday. It could be that this memory rewrite phenomenon has taken place during the dead of night. Ah, that's a trick, huh? Does line up with every case so far. So all we have to do is find something from yesterday that'll prove Celise is remembering stuff wrong. I may have just the ticket then. It's the very reason Celise and I traveled to the capital to begin with. You see, Edith Cathedral received a letter from Master Beauregard as well, addressed to the two of us. They did? Yes, generally we members of the Grossorder employ avenues outside the congregation in divine worship's jurisdiction. But since Father Orwell of the Cathedral is a close friend of the Master's, the matter was entrusted to him. We received word of it the other day. Celise and I met up this morning and we were on our way to retrieve it when I noticed something was wrong. The actual message is yet to be read, but it should make for a perfect trump card against Celise. Indeed, one couldn't ask for anything better. Sounds like we've got a solution then. Though executing it will be an undertaking of its own. As if we didn't have to factor that in already. Right, together there's nothing we can't tackle. That's the spirit. I'm sure we'll be able to do it.
We're too invested to back out now. Count us in for the ride. Speaking of which, where are we headed, Van? Much as I'd love to go straight to the cathedral, making a beeline for it just asking to be caught. So how about we take a different approach? I can hear the gears turning from here. Another one of your brilliant plans, Van. Very well, let us hear it. Anything to break us out of this deadlock. Is Celise really that scary, though? Like, we've used her in the Marhian Garden, like, full stigma and all.
The Black Lake District was fruitless. It would seem the information from earlier was a red herring. Our target collaborators must be deliberately muddying the waters.
Damn, so much for doing this the easy way. It's 1,000 stigma, Celis, it's different, okay. Understandable. At this rate, he'll get his ass picked off by some perfect stranger. For both him and the Master who covered for him to the end, I can't let that happen.
Our duties are simply to be performed. There is no room for personal sentiment.
Speak for yourself. Emotional detachment doesn't come easy for me, especially not with the lengths he's going.
I trust that you have no intention of aiding his escape.
Get real, asshat. There's only one way this ends, and that's... Well.
What happened?
I found him. About time, too.
Give us the location and we'll set out at once.
Good. I'm sick of getting outsmarted at every turn. They're at the Albert District, right inside the cathedral. Like, what if we just dropped the rock on her? Are we gonna bomb Edith Cathedral? Oh, damn.
Pretty sneaky picking this place. You already gave up on it once, so it was off our radar. And then you put out bogus leads and hoofed it for a change. We've been taken for a ride left and right until now. Guess that means you're ready to accept your fate.
I see you've erected a barrier to keep others away. So much the better for our purposes. This time, you will meet your maker.
They're bearing down on us hard.
Yes, though that comes as no surprise.
It's also likely that Iscariot has mobilized every last monk that came to the capital.
Why are they doing all this for Van and the fucking Vengeance mission? What the fuck? Don't y'all have better things to do?
Breaking through their formation will be anything but simple.
The rest of you better know what you're getting into.
Our business concerns the heretic alone. Any interlopers will be promptly eliminated.
Sweet mother of Adios! Are they sure about this?
Things seem to be going according to plan. Be safe, everyone.
Let me start by apologizing for dragging you two out here. Just wanted to take this chance to set the record straight. On which of us is in the wrong, that is.
I don't believe what I'm hearing. How long's this gonna take to sink in? You want to turn a blind eye to our master's death? Then fine. But that's no excuse to start making an ass of yourself.
I'm not turning a blind eye to anything. But you know what Master'd say if he were here? Take another look at things as they truly are.
Tell me, Celise. Do you recall the day we met with Master Bearguard at the end of last year? Oddly enough, both the Commander and Vice Commander were present. Isn't that right?
Yeah. I remember it like it was yesterday. Wazzy, Kevin, and Guy
Those are all
were
our
there
friends.
too.
Every single one of those is our friends.
But by then, Master was already...
Bearguard in blinky mode.
First stricken and on the cusp of death, yes? Then explain this letter to me. I'm sure you would never mistake Master Bearguard's handwriting for that of another.
To Celise and Leon, to Celise and Leon, I pray that the past several months since our last meeting has treated you well. Since the start of the year, I've been out visiting the East. While these lands are as harsh and turbulent as ever, rest assured that I am safe and unharmed. It has come to my attention that Calvard is currently being beset by a number of peculiar incidents. Though I cannot return anytime soon, there is a possibility that this may devolve into an even greater crisis than that of which we experienced last year. Celise, no matter what difficulties may come, you must stay your impulses and guide the way with a steady hand. As for you, Leon, use this opportunity to assess exactly what it is you should place your faith in. In the face of uncertain circumstances, it is your worth as a Dominion, rather than strength alone, that will be put to the test. It is my hope that each of you will see this as a source of personal enrichment. May you ever remain in good health. Bearguard Zeman. P.S. Should you come in contact with Van, do try not to indulge him too much. Interactions with others will be the best medicine for what ails him.
That last part kinda makes me wince a little. But there you go. Happy to have you as a mentor, Celise.
Master? No. Bullshit. It's gotta be.
I'll admit, Master's pointed words prick at me quite a bit. But they must cut especially deep for you, Celise, the way you're actively going against them.
2000% stigma.
Just like we were hoping for.
But look at the state of her stigma. We mustn't get complacent.
Theo! Zeros! Continue analyzing on max alert!
Vice Captain, your orders?
Still your agitation. We need only carry out our mission.
Now come on! You won't even budge a little? Surely you've realized by now that this command you supposedly received is utterly inconceivable. Yet you're still opting to stay the course. Do I have that right? But why?
Either he's loyal to a fault, or there's an ulterior motive here. Rubs me wrong either way.
These guys are something else. So, how should we play this?
Put up your dukes. Yammering in circles will get us nowhere. We're gonna fight this out. Disciple to disciple.
Where was all of this last year?
How's she not at her limit yet?
Something's happening. We're not screwed, are we?
It's corroding our surroundings. But that isn't all.
Celise, you wouldn't.
Stigma release. Sacred boundary! Come get some. I know just the place to make your grave.
Oh, we're getting teleported to a zone, like last time. Where is she gonna want to fight us? Oh, I love this track. Where are we? Moonlit Vashtar Palace? Oh. If I didn't know any better, I'd think my eyes were deceiving me. It's Vashtar Palace in Russian. This is the place where we squared up against Almada's boss, or a recreation of it anyways. But why bring us here? The better question is, how'd she just conjure all this up out of nowhere? By using a boundary spell unique to Dominions. The details are confidential, but essentially it's used to ensure that a demonic force can be vanished securely. Typically more limited in scope, but this time it seems to have augmented by the power of that Crimson Corrosion. That she managed to expand a phase space of this magnitude is nothing short of astonishing. Miss Artesia seeks a decisive showdown against Mr. Arkwright. Her choice of location may be intended to suit that mental conception. And Vashtar Palace fits the bill, huh? It's a little disorienting, but don't forget, we've only got one job to do. And that's making those two see some sense. We owe it to Nina and Salvatore for dragging them into this. Agreed. All that remains is to move forward. That said, we're going to have Iscariot monks to contend with here, in addition to the recreated monsters. Yeah, being inside the boundary is gonna boost their thaumaturgy too. This ain't gonna be like the last time, so stay sharp. Tamam. Let's head for the end with caution to spare. A whole dungeon? Can we do the Marhian Garden? We can just take a low break. Not like we will, but...
I've been waiting for you. All charged and ready to go.
What a mysterious place.
Okay, let's retool the party. You guys are out again. We're going back to the tried and true goats. Yeah.
Not to mention dreary.
She has taken us into this place via her stigma. We had best proceed carefully.
Let's get to work.
Don't forget about your victories and match. Engaging shark front.
Yeah, this was such a good song.
Moment initiating drive. One steel coming right up.
Figured those assholes would be here.
Physical attack with a predator.
Take this. Take this.
Use a shark. Give them your all.
Over here. Up to you, Reset.
Might want a boost here. Moment initiating drive.
Like they're not gonna get a chance to actually cast.
One steel coming right up. Here goes.
Cause Reset's just gonna keep going.
Here's my chance. Full boost. Initiating drive. Dissolution. That went better than I anticipated.
Always got it down, Reset.
Let's finish this now. There. It's done. Let's bust. Now's your chance to use a shard boost. Shining flowers. Give us your
Yeah, a big part of this song that I really like is this, like, the drums here.
This would be an ideal time to boost.
Like, this section of the song is really good to me. Like the build up into like the kind of like crazier part.
Activating drop. This is deletion.
They're giving us a lot of enemies that I haven't seen.
That's about an A-level threat.
Ouch.
Time to close in.
Voice shards and construct. Open treason.
Oh, we were taking hits.
Deploying shard.
Oh, I didn't want to do that. Well, we're already here.
Unleash your full
We're gonna get
power.
one big attack.
Initializing drop.
This is deletion.
Activating skill.
Here's my chance.
We're very lucky that the timing on this is good.
A chance! Blossom! How? Resist! There's one skill coming right up. Get on your my chance. Might want to boost activating drive.
Output maximized.
I suggest this right now.
Activating drive.
One skill coming
There.
right up. Deletion. Treasure located.
Good. Hopefully I got some nice data.
Outstanding calculations, Mr. Salesian. This
Okay,
could
just
get
in case there's like different Iscariot.
There! Yeah, there! There! Come on! I'm all in!
Unleash. Activating drive. Activating skill.
Chance.
Get on your all.
We're done.
These guys are way tougher than I thought they'd be.
Indeed.
That went
A
great.
single
You did
moment
great,
of
man.
inattentiveness could have cost us dearly.
That's
Luckily
Cap.
for
We're
us,
running it down.
I'm able to use my stigma once
leveled
more.
up.
We're
They
not
won't
even
be an
using
issue.
Leon.
It shouldn't be much further until we reach the throne room.
Won't be long now till the main event. Be ready for anything, people.
Understood.
How relaxing.
Okay, what do we got here? Oh, we maxed out 10 hollow cores already? Crazy. Is there anything for like more? 20 hollow cores. Vologlyph? What is Vologlyph? Or Vologlyph? I've never seen that one before.
You made it, Arkwright. And you brought your sympathizers along.
Being fired up for battle never looked so literal.
Now there's a sign of a worthwhile fight.
So she intends to go all out from the start. Not that we weren't expecting as much.
Yeah, but something still feels off.
Yep. Even I can tell that much. This is more power than I can bust out on the regular.
So she knows that she's getting like buffed.
Celise, you've regained yourself?
In spite of the rewrite?
She's noticed her conflicting perceptions in a different way than the Vice Captain.
What a relief. Or maybe it's too early to celebrate. I don't think she plans to back down at all. But how come?
'Cause that's just how deep the rewrite goes.
Yeah. It's like I'm seeing two totally different versions of things layered on top of each other. But the cold hard fact that I can't leave Arkwright alive is still right there with him. Whatever's messing around with my mind doesn't change that.
So as long as her perception is rewritten, she won't stop.
Her ideology prevents it as a matter of principle.
Makes sense. What about you, Vice Captain? Still plan on sticking to your guns?
The duties of an Iscariot monk are immutable, no matter the circumstances. We carry them through, then behold the outcome. This is merely one instance of many.
Ugh, this guy's like a broken record.
But you know, this isn't too raw a deal. The corrosion's gathering right here. That makes things easier. You think you're in the right? Then you should have no problem outshining us at our best.
The hell? Did they just get even stronger?
They keep going off.
Without a doubt. The corrosion is further intensifying.
Oh no!
They're drawing out power to such a reckless degree that it's burning through their vital force.
We cannot allow that to continue.
If overcoming this is the only way to restore you, then I will bring all I have to bear, Celise.
Same here. Let's show them we mean business.
Thought you'd never ask. Finally, I get a chance to let my hair down.
We won't hold anything back. Keep your guard up.
We're running it down!
End of the line, you damn heretics!
I am merely here to carry out my duty.
Over here! Over you! Go, Catra!
Output maximized.
Let us fight to the end.
Activating drive. Saren.
Hope you're ready to die! Here's my chance. Full boost!
Ah, so she's weak to time. But that don't matter. We're very aqua boosted.
Holy Testaments, protect us.
We're gonna put that fire out.
There!
This is Elysian!
Activating skill.
Here goes! Shining flower! Give us your blessings! Reset! Full boost! One skill coming right up! Here I go!
The dream right here
Full boost!
is that we can manage to delay past Savan.
One skill coming right up!
I'm going! Output maximized.
I don't think we can though. Yeah, we can't. Okay, we're gonna make do with. Oh, we can't. We're gonna make do with the vandalized raid right here. Yeah, Daybreak II Nightmare mode is like normal. It really is when you get into the groove like this.
Brace yourself!
You're persistent.
Up to you,
Oh, they're fucked. It doesn't stop for them.
One skill coming right up!
There!
This is Elysian!
Activating skill.
You just don't know when to quit.
Here I go!
Yeah, we can even do this in between. Like I normally don't like using Crystal Eden because it's only like one attack, but we're at a 2.5 bonus.
Initiating drive!
If it's not enough, we will finish with the catcher here.
One skill coming right up!
Our chance!
88 health.
Output maximized.
Activating skill.
Let's go, Zeros! Lance mode, activate! Digama, driver!
Boost gauge limiter removed.
Damn it. You got me.
Yeah, I feel like the Daybreak games are probably the easiest in the whole franchise.
See? We can take the heat, no problem.
Just one last little push!
Yeah, not much longer now.
The corrosion!
This could be trouble. They're trying to draw out more power.
You know, come to think of it, they only did about like 600 damage to Van. That was it.
Gotcha, punk.
Dead ass? Oh. She was after something else.
Took me long enough. Now quit sneaking peeks and piss off!
Who did she stab? The Garden Master's just like hanging around being a freak?
She managed to strike me through the corrosion. I should have expected this. The folly is mine for underestimating a stigma bearer.
Oh, he's just being like a sicko in the window.
So be it. Thankfully, she failed to grasp our location. A pity losing such a capable pawn. But what's done is done. I'll take this lesson to heart for the next occasion.
The person on the other end.
It's the Garden Master. No two ways about it.
So he really was the one behind this. And everything with Ashen, too.
Imagine if we just jumped through that, though, and, like, just fucked him up.
Yes, exactly as we had suspected. Though what you just accomplished was beyond all expectations.
Couldn't have done it outside my boundary. That, plus the corrosion, gave me the perfect combo to stick it to him.
Huh? Hold on.
Is this what you were aiming for all along?
I knew I sensed something peculiar. Though gambling with your life in the literal sense of the phrase is a bit
True,
much,
yeah.
even for you.
Shows how much you know. I don't go halfway on anyone who tries to start shit with me.
Yeah, anybody else would be weird.
Speaking of which, we're not done here yet. I jammed the corrosion into that point. Now we just gotta stamp it out.
I see. That just might do it.
Do what? Give it to us straight already.
I imagine it will also eradicate the rest of the corrosion. And this phase space along with it.
Back me up, Leon. One go is all we need.
With pleasure.
Searing seal of mine, shining from the abyss.
The duo combo strike, some real Yisa Nordic
Glacial
shit.
seal of mine, shining from the abyss.
Roar rampant and become a helix to eradicate this evil!
Now we can let him go take a nap.
You managed to release your stigmas under such strenuous conditions. I'm impressed.
Little too hardcore for my tastes.
I thought it made for a pretty good show.
This mean you're finally back to normal, or what?
More or less. So, listen.
So are we not going to get a Genesis out of this one?
I screwed shit up royally for just about all of us. Can you find it in your heart to forgive me?
After you went 1000% trying to kill us?
Genuine remorse from Celise Ortesia? The corrosion must still be among us.
Yeah, you got jokes, huh? How about I leave you in stitches?
I guess that proves it. Indeed. They've returned to their usual rapport.
They better have, after all the trouble this took.
But at least now we can call this case closed.
Boy, am I glad that came up, Roses.
Oh yeah, you're not going to be allowed to talk about any of this.
Nina, Gotti, sorry we dragged you into this.
Yeah. Thanks for sticking things out.
You deserve an apology from me, too. The responsibility is all mine.
Don't get all stiff on us, Celise. Let bygones be bygones. It's enough that you and Ashland have your heads screwed on straight again. Twisting people's minds with these despicable rewrites, forcing them against their wills. It doesn't get less classy than that. We're just happy we could help put a stop to it. Right, Nina?
Yes. Seeing all of this in person has been a little overwhelming, but the fact that all of you came back safely more than makes up for it.
I must extend my own apologies for placing the uninvolved at risk. Now that this crimson corrosion has dissipated, there is no longer cause for us to stand opposed. Mother Celise, I urge you to begin exercising more caution in your capacity as part of the Gralstritter.
Like you're one to talk. But fine. Message received.
Ashlad feels like he kind of only really exists to give the Gralstritter mobs.
Can't act like I wasn't corrosion patient 0 this time around. Sorry for making that your guys' problem. I'll pay you back one of these days.
Then we shall take our leave.
Thought they'd raise more of a fuss before slinking away.
It did seem like he'd been aware of the rewrite from the start.
And when all is said and done, he cooperated in doing away with the corrosion. But that aside, it may be that he's come up with another objective.
Garden Master, perhaps. Or the Crimson Corrosion itself, even.
Yes. This incident cleared up quite a few things.
Did it? I feel like we kind of came out of this with not much more than we had in the first act.
By modifying memories and relationships, he can mold people into pawns for him to play however he wants. And to top it off, he even took our senses of justice and duty and used them against us.
Kind of feel like the only thing we learned here is that it works on people as powerful as the Gross Raider.
He's a rotten little shitbag. But the bigger issue is that this is only a stepping stone for him.
What? Have you some idea of what he's planning?
It's not like I got him all figured out or anything. But today's mess was probably an experiment to see how far he could push the envelope with this.
And there's the Genesis.
Well, well. Can't say I didn't see this coming.
The Genesis was the source of it all again. Just like it was with Ashen. But what would there be to experiment?
Are we gonna have one of these for fucking every Genesis that went missing? No wonder Act 3 is gonna be long as hell.
And the way that power felt, my guess is that he doesn't have full control over that thing. Scratch that. It's more like this is the best he can do with the 8th Genesis as his go-between.
The 8th Genesis. It must have been part of yesterday's incident, too.
While we also have the Crimson Grendel's involvement to consider, our current focus is this experiment.
Which involves using the other Genesis as a conduit to corrode and rewrite his target's memories. He's probably holed up someplace to watch it all go down.
Can't even begin to guess where. But it's gotta be in the city. Either that, or it's not too far away.
What if he's just like inside the 8th Genesis? And then, like... Yeah, I told you my motivations for Act 3 are the NPCs in the Force Brigand stories.
Unless someone puts the kibosh on
Yikes.
him, we're just gonna get more and more repeats of today.
That would be less than ideal.
But as alarming as it may be, we don't currently have any means of addressing the issue.
Might as well be hopping from frying pan to frying pan.
Well, look on the bright side. One Genesis recovered is one problem solved. We've learned a bit about the enemy as well. Starting tomorrow, you should begin taking measures against whatever they might pull. With my assistance, of course. I couldn't bear to let you tackle this alone.
We're getting a more permanent Ren? Let's go.
That would be wonderful, Ren. Thank you.
We owe you big time. So if you ever need extra muscle, just let us know.
Yes. This is a matter we can ill afford to overlook. We've also Master Bearguard's words to consider. So please, don't hesitate to get in touch, should the need arise.
Sure thing. We'll keep you in mind.
And so the heretic hunt came to a close. Celise and Leon volunteered to remain at the cathedral and deal with the aftermath. After apologizing to the clergy and churchgoers involved, Van and his group returned to the office. Ultimately, it was clear that the Garden Master was the main culprit behind the bizarre occurrences. Again, that is very clear. After enlisting Kincaid's assistance, the team gathered to draft out a counterplan. Doesn't really feel like we're any step closer to finding Nadia and Swan either. But we'll take another Genesis. Don't mind if I do. Received a costume for Ren.
Those are impressive results. Then I'll update your rank.
I'll gladly take that.
Ooh, Mirage Water. Ooh, this is probably really good for Reset.
That's just about perfect.
Well, this is embarrassing.
Alright, so that leaves only the other option, right? Here comes Cetus Phantasma. Whoa. You say that like it's gonna be the most goated art of all time? Is this gonna be my galleon for it? I had a moderate grasp on the situation before now, but the finer details paint a more dire picture than I had envisioned. Who would have thought that the granddaughter of the Liu family's elder in a dominion would be made into pawns? It's just been one thing after another these last 2 days. We can't let him keep doing this. Agreed. We have to put a stop to the Garden Master's plans at all costs.
And we will. But he won't go down without a fight. Bet he's cooking up another batch of corrosion this very second.
That's a safe assumption, yes. Which is all the more reason to find him, and to do that, we'll need more information.
I said this earlier, but why don't we put the squeeze on some of our shadier contacts? Maybe they'd have an idea where he's holed up, or better yet, maybe he'll grace us with his presence to stop us from sniffing around. The CID will be conducting its own investigation into the matter as well. Naturally, I'll pass along anything we learn. Thanks, Renee. You're a real one. We can also prod the Jaegers in the Blacklight District for answers or fish out some leads on the net.
Yeah, that sounds good. As for me, I think I'll go see Abi and his unit. They're in the area for a job, so maybe I can get some info out of them. That's an excellent idea. By meeting in person, they may let slip an extra detail or two that they otherwise wouldn't. If you need a Jaeger's eye and ears, I'm your gal. I can bully Kurogane into helping too. He'll be extra cooperative after what happened yesterday. We need to broaden our search, so I'll check with the guild again. I can forward whatever I learned to you.
And I'll see what Fio and I can do in the meantime.
We have a wide net, we have a wide net that we can cast. Let's see what information we can reel in tonight and then reconvene tomorrow morning. Also, we should be on the lookout for any further rewrites, as we've seen. Those have the propensity to throw any plans made into disarray.
True that. There's a strange scent in the air. Should I... No, we've got to take action here. We can deal with any issues as they come up.
Again, anytime Van has had this scent, he fucking dies the next second.
After brainstorming for a while, they settled on a plan for gathering information and dividing up the labor accordingly. Once that was done, some of the members decided to call it a night.
Alrighty, I'm heading out now. I texted Abi a minute ago and he said he'll keep his ear to the ground.
I'm gonna take off too. Seems Kurogane is getting ready to send out the squad.
Okay then, best of luck you two.
With those two on the case, we've pretty much got the Jaeger angle covered. I'm assuming you'll be prowling around the shadier parts of Edith in your usual getup, yeah?
Of course. After all, I do my best work in the dark. I'm gonna ask Grammy to back me up if all goes well. We'll be coming back with some fresh clues on where the coward is hiding. Just be careful out there, okay? I plan to conduct my own investigation tonight as well. I'll also be paying Mr. Alfayette a visit. He and his unit are just outside the capital as it so happens.
Really now? Wonder what he's up to.
Yeah, I'm curious about that too. Would you like to accompany me then? We can check up on him together. Sure, that sounds great.
Well, I'm off to do my own investigation. Gonna hit up some girls I haven't seen in a while. Wow, way to be a team player, Mr. Scarchaser. Can't you keep it in your pants for one night?
In any case, I'll be returning to the dorms tonight. Would 6 a.m. be a good meetup time for everyone? Yes, that works for me.
6 a.m.?
Yeah, that's fair. Bright and early. In the meantime, let's all keep in close contact. We don't know what might happen out there, so we'll need to stay sharp.
Understood. We'll be in touch.
March 22nd, 5:58 a.m. 2 minutes to 6.
So damn tired.
Yeah, who chose? Fucking Anya chose 6 a.m. Of course he'd be tired.
Why'd I let the old fart drag me around the Blacklight District? Should have ditched him the first chance I got.
You'll survive. At least you got a nap in.
Well, I can't blame him for being a little fatigued. You two did stay up for half the night, after all.
We woke up early and took the first train. I wonder if the others will get here on time too.
I'm not sure. The group that left last night hasn't come back yet. You'd think they would let us know if they were running late.
Who's missing?
Yeah, I doubt that divine slacker would bother, but the other three are usually more on the ball than this.
We're missing... what? Shizuna, Reset, Judith, and Fairy?
In any event, I was able to find some information that may give us a few pointers.
Not the Reset loss.
There were reports of suspicious individuals near the military facility, and a possible abnormality in the Orbal network.
She's like one of the two pillars of the team.
I heard about the latter. Supposedly, there's a small-scale corrosion experiment taking place. Unfortunately, I didn't hear any talk about the Crimson Grendel.
Come to think of it, that other Grendel hasn't made any appearances lately.
Same goes for the Fairy. I still think they're involved in this whole corrosion mess, but I don't have any proof.
And I say we go out and get some once the rest of the crew gets back. Let's be on the lookout for bullshit. Second day was much worse than the first. So if the trend continues...
Right, I get what you mean. As soon as...
You alright, Agnes?
Oh, yes, I'm fine. For a second, I thought the Genesis was glowing, but it must have been my imagination.
We have been saved by the Genesis on a number of occasions. You don't suppose...
You don't suppose we're about to die?
Oh? Never thought I'd get a call from you so early. Everything all right? You seem kind of worked up.
No time to explain! Get me off now!
Can you repeat that? You're breaking up real bad.
It must be some kind of interference. I don't think anything's jamming the orbal waves, but...
Wait, that's crazy. Oh, Van got hit a couple of times.
Damn it! Someone's attacking us? What's going on here?
Go. Get out of here.
That's a lot of bullets.
Let's go! Agnes! This way! Hurry!
We have to go before the next round.
Look out! Then!
1,000 power, let's go. Who the fuck? You know what? I was thinking about this. This makes sense. Cause like we had to choose between two things. So I was like, okay, how are they gonna make it so like the days line up? Which this totally tracks, cause this is the divergence between us going with the Bear Guard stuff. So it had to like, there had to be something that invalidated this whole arc. And then once we do both of them, there's gonna be like something new. They look like Jaegers though. So what's our plan for tomorrow then? Our options are either to investigate the remnants of the True Grievance Brigade, or follow Mr. Zeman's suggestion and review the mysteries that have arisen thus far. So does that mean we never do the Mishi thing? The Mishi thing goes off horribly? The paint falls on the crowd? Say it ain't so. That's not what Mishi would want. Let's see. Shit, I know that feeling. Did we just get sent back 2 days in the past? We didn't stand a chance against that assault. Thinking back, the Genesis reacted just before it happened. Huh. A certain number of Genesis must be collected in order to survive the mystery assaults on the office on day 3. Complete the route that is yet to be experienced on day 2. Does that mean we have the other Genesis still? How does that work? I say we check out the anti-immigration group. Sounds like a plan. Great, let's pack it in for the night. We've got a busy day in store. That doesn't make sense to me. Because we'd still need to get the Genesis from Celis, no? Celis? March 21st, 1209. Alright, time to get this workday started. Like we decided last night, we're going to be looking into what those anti-immigration radicalists are up to. The True Grievance Brigade. Since appearing at Aramis, their remnants have reportedly been lying low around the city. Oshid's mind got straight up rewritten by that Crimson Corrosion crap. We need to keep an eye out in case these guys go through something similar. Yes, but even if nothing abnormal happens, that doesn't make them any less dangerous. We can't allow them the freedom to commit another act of terror. Then I guess we'll just have to ask around town about them while we work through our Force Brigands. That's a sensible approach, but where should we start gathering information? Naturally, anti-immigration radicalists want to target the immigrant population. Does that bring anything to mind? For people from the Central East, we can try asking around the temple in Riverside.
Father Monster should be in the loop for that front. A fine idea, Farida. As for the Eastern residents, Heiaway would be the go-to source for any particulars. Internal issues have been tearing them apart, but that jackass Sao has done a bang-up job patching things up back together. We can probably find out what's what from Mao over in Kayunya. You're talking about that popular Eastern restaurant in the Terrell district, right? It's not the same as Far Eastern cuisine, but the food's great, and the menu's enormous. Gives us 2 spots, but it wouldn't hurt to hit up a few more. While we're at it, why don't we check in with everyone's favorite neighborhood anti-immigration protester, Jacobin? The one who's always in front of the station? I think his name was Jacobin. Though I don't recall seeing him around lately. He might have learned his lesson after what happened in Roshan.
Yeah, well, we did send him to Heiaway. Then we'll just have to settle for what the cop station around the area can tell us.
That's as good a place to start as any. And let's get the show on the road. The last time you had me on for Force Brigand was in Longport, so I'm raring to go.
Just don't have too much fun with it. Gotta get on guard. We gotta be on guard more than ever.
Hey, just popping in with an update from Arctic Support. Further analysis has revealed a new floor of the Marhian Gardens. Check it out when you get a chance, okay?
A new floor to the Marhian Garden, you say? A new floor! Does that mean the gotcha loot table is ready to be re-rolled?
Looks like you've gathered some tokens, huh? That's a pretty big haul.
Show me those 3s. There are no 3s. What's even the point?
We can run it down just in case it's like there's like a story thing to this, right? Like we could, I feel like we're really fast with it. We'll just do this like super duper fast. Like this will take like 10 minutes.
Be careful moving in.
I did over magic attack.
Looks like the gang's all here.
I got it. There's so many of them.
Activating drop. Here's my chance.
Full boost. Initiating drive. One skill coming right up.
I'm going.
Full boost. Hit them where it hurts.
Yeah, if we lost Reset,
One skill coming right.
we would have lost such a big pillar, because she did pretty much all of that fight just now.
Battle complete. We did exemplary work.
Always
She
got it
soloed
down.
the whole fight.
I'd say go for magic attack.
Enemy sighted. Be careful. Invading enemy.
Don't forget about your target attack.
Take this!
I'll take it through here.
Time to close in.
Engaging shark.
Oh, I did that wrong.
Full boost. Hit them where initiating drive. One skill coming right up. Full boost. Initiating drive. One skill coming right up.
Shine.
Reset. Full boost. Hit them where it hurts. Initiating drive.
Why didn't this guy join the fight? Yeah, I'm not gonna spend my time getting all the enemies. I can do that in my off stream.
I can always.
I'm just gonna like full run down the objectives.
Quite the reception.
I'm on it.
Because like there is like no grinding needed at this point.
I'd say go for magic attack.
I think I've got plenty of data now.
Destroy objects is faster.
I guess there's still more up ahead.
Careful. That's above an A-level threat. Oh my. Quite the reception.
Huh, teleporters.
I detect treasure.
Look out for ranged attacks.
Imagine doing the max level grind at the start of the game. I mean, we kind of did, in a way, with how much we fucking ran down the Martian Garden.
I believe that marks the end of this area.
This game is just like really fun to grind. I don't know what to say.
That looks like a nice chest.
Why is this glowy? I guess I will never know. Disarm device.
Look out for ranged attacks.
We're fast as fuck.
Looks like the gang's all here.
Engaging enemy.
You've got a charge attack available.
Watch out! That enemy looks strong.
I'd say go for magic attacks.
Treasure located.
Hydro cannon.
Oh, these are nice.
I think I've got plenty of data now.
The exit is here. Everyone's kind of hurt though. Let's use some. Oh, I haven't read any of these. I forgot you had to read these. All right, boss time. That is the Minotaur at the end of the maze.
It appears to be a guardian. Please be careful.
Use a shard beast to get the upper hand. I've got you covered. Dan, activate your boost.
Imagine reading.
Now's your chance to lose the shard and heal a set. Full boost. Hit them where it hurts.
Activating drive.
Now, unleash your full power.
Nebula. Oh, I didn't put that new art on.
Activating drive.
Cetus Phantasma.
One steel coming right up. Here I go. Initiating drive. This is Legion.
Activating skill.
Stop. One steel coming right up. Here's my chance. Full boost. Hit them where it hurts.
Make it count.
Initiating drive. One steel coming right up. Initiating drive. Full boost. Don't hold back, Dan.
Arts resist down.
Make it count.
Make sure we got our hate and then Radiant Sunray.
Take this. Boost gauge limiter unlocked.
Output maximized.
Activating drive.
There.
This is Legion.
Activating skill.
Here's my chance. Keep it up. Initiating drive.
This guy's gonna go the whole fight without hitting us once.
One skill coming right up. Here's my chance. Activating drive. One skill coming right up. Initiating drive.
Now, unleash your
Keep
full
it up.
power.
It's working.
Activating drive.
Blossom for me. Holy go. One skill coming right up.
There.
This is Legion.
Activating skill.
We'll take that. Full boost.
I guess we'll just do some lame ass attacks.
I suggest this right now.
Oh, actually, if we revert, I think when you revert, it resets your S-Craft.
Keep it up.
Yeah, okay, sick.
Give them your all.
I ain't showing any mercy. You're getting the full course. Azure Sunray.
Boost gauge limiter unlocked.
Let's go, no damage.
Looks good to me.
Yeah, we got nothing out of that. I was hoping there'd be like a story moment or something, but it's just more grind for the sake of grind. Alright, what have we not made? We don't have any healthy liquor. We need to be buying. Does that mean that we don't have to like check in? Like, are these gonna be the same? If it isn't your delinquent tenant, the gang gets bigger every time you see it, not like you ask for it. Okay, this is all looking the same. Z1 Grand Prix, 2 tickets, you may have to see it. Something the matter. The race, did you notice today the race of the finals? That means it's gonna be extra fast, a little scary, I can't wait. This feels like it's new. It's nothing. Anyways, did you know today's race is the finals? That means it's gonna be extra fast. It's a little scary, but I can't wait. I can definitely understand why you might find it frightening. If you ask me, that just adds to the thrill. I've probably only seen them from behind a screen, but it's probably nothing compared to watching in person. Well, either way, this one's capping off a whole year's worth of races, so it's bound to be extra special. Yeah, I'd have nabbed a seat in the stands too if things weren't the way they are. Okay, I do remember Van saying that. But hey, don't let that stop you folks from enjoying yourselves. Okay, this looks kind of similar. We'll be on our way then.
I'm kind of surprised that stuck-up old man would actually come see a race.
Perhaps Mr. Lugan's gradual efforts have started to bear fruit.
Okay, cool. That's good. At least that all the NPCs are still marked as like completed.
What do we have here?
Month? Oh, Marking Garden mentioned. We found another weird one in the garden. Word of caution. It only showed up as a question mark. We love our missing no, like, battles. What kind of creature will it be today? We're set. You got any games on your computer?
Quite a few hostiles, but they're hardly a match for us.
Use a shard boost to get the other
Over here! All for you!
That's far enough! Output maximized!
Nebulous is good here.
Activating drive.
shining flower. Give us your blessing!
A fool's errand. Activating drive.
Here's my tip.
The more hits Van takes, the better. And then we'll just cataract wave.
Full boost. Keep it up. It's working.
This is gonna be all damage.
Right up. There. This is Elysian.
Activating skill.
Here's my chance.
Yeah, we actually just kind of did this boss so dirty here.
Full boost. Initiating drive. One skill coming right up.
Now, unleash your full power. Activating drive.
Might want to be full boost. Initiating drive. Give it your all. One skill coming right up.
Divine Phoenix. Oh, that's I think that's the last of the dual arts, isn't it?
Mira deposit confirmed.
Oh shit, Ardrum? That's the big mind one, no? And Baije. Increase appearance rate of attack bonuses by 90. And oh, this is the big impede.
I'll gladly take the reins.
We could be boosting our arts up. 24 is not bad. And this one is 6 Mirage Space. Here, let's move some things around. Nebulous Cannon is cool. Cetus Phantasm, though. Manifest a giant whale from the abyss to crush all foes. Maybe we'll get rid of Thor Smasher. Because we're running Lunarverse, right? Yeah, Lunarverse is here. Oh, we're not running the efficient quartz here. This should be Mistyverse. And this should be Dawnstarverse. And we can even like double down on that too. If I had to get rid of something. No, we'll just do that because he's already hard hitting. Maybe action too? How much speed does that give? 8? No, action's kind of good. Having the high speed is what lets us cast like back to back. Maybe mine too. We already have a lot of ATS. So we could just... but it has to be in the shield. Shield extra. Oh, we can move mine 3 up. And if I had to put one in... Lunarverse or Stellarverse. Let's do Lunar because Cetus Phantasm is a mirage.
Skills updated. I suggest you take a look.
Mirage Power or Mirage Water. And we're gonna get rid of Obsidian Ray here and put Cetus Phantasma here too.
Activating maintenance mode.
Because we already have Crystalverse going. We can probably switch Impede 2 out for Mistyverse here. And... maybe that's enough, because Reset also casts very fast. That might be enough. We're just out here trying to become more and more overpowered for enemies that can't do anything to us. So the new places we can go, we didn't get to the Terrell district last time, and we didn't get to the Auber district.
I guess we're off.
Well, we're kind of already time, I think.
And now, a news break.
So maybe we do kind of call it here, and then we can do more housekeeping, like the new housekeeping stuff next week. A lot of big progress today. We managed to run down the entirety of the rest of that route, which is pretty good. Still really silly to me that like Celis and Ashlad were so like ready to like fuck us up and like so efficient at it too. But it is what it is. Our friends hate us. They only pull out the stops when they're trying to kill us and us alone. It is what it is though. Maybe you could argue that they're able to kill us so efficiently because they know us. But yeah, that being the case, I think we're gonna go ahead and call it here. For everyone who stopped by, for everyone who stuck around, thank you so much. Always appreciate the company. This is about as close as about as close as we'll. It's always so hard to like fine tune how close we can get to the camera. Like maybe right there. That's about as close as we can get. I've paid this Reset to stare at you.
Indeed.
Anyways, thank you. GG's. Till next time. Peace. I'm about to put in like 4 garden runs right now, just so you know.